this. Ruben Paul pulling up. All right. We live, man. We on the YouTube.
What up? What up? What up?
What up? Yeah. Who was that on the iPhone?
It's me.
Oh, Krys.
What up, T?
We live, man. We on the YouTube. Oh, snap. That's me. Let me turn myself down. What up? Hey, there we go. No more echo. Now we good to go. Hey, okay, let me slide over just a little bit. We got the Moore Mob in the building. What's up, Moore Mob? All right, y'all, we on YouTube, so pull on up over there on us, youtube.com/Tahir Moore, and I'll see you there. Bing, bing, video, bing. All right.
Hold on.
What's up, Chris? How was it?
Oh, that background is fancy.
Oh, yeah.
See
Ruben on some others right now. He living a good life.
like the Tonight Show.
Well, you know, he fancy. Ruben, he's famous out here. He got a verified blue check out here. He's the real deal.
Don't you have one?
They don't fuck with me like that.
Who don't fuck with you like that?
Whose mom have to go to?
I don't know. We got to call somebody though. What's up, Tone Bell?
Hey man, you know.
Hey, you real LA right now, my dude.
Hey man, I'm out here looking like a third base coach.
What up?
I only wear this hat in the house. If I wear a cap outside, it's gonna be an Atlanta cap. But like this.
What's up, Ruben?
What up, boy? You wearing the right hat? You know you wearing the right hat, man.
Man, let me go flush this shit down the toilet real quick.
Oh, really?
What you drinking out of? What you drinking out of? You drinking out of a Vitamix cup?
Exactly, I am. What you drinking?
Tahir, what is it? What you got over there?
Tell them our dude.
There we go. Shout out.
Yeah, but you know what? Tonight, so crazy. Tonight I'm actually on the Hendrix, bro, because they distribute for Hendrix too.
Okay.
So Hendrix, Glenlivet, Tullamore, one other. Yeah, the gin, man. It's a good gin. It ain't the Buppy face gin. It ain't the Seagrams. That's Seagrams. That's the shit that'll have you playing in the dirt naked.
That's the first thing I ever had with Seagrams Dry. That was a mistake.
Oh, that shit is nasty. That shit is nasty.
Seagrams Dry gin tastes like retirement. That shit is
like retirement.
Wait, I haven't. Is Krys? Is that your name?
Yeah, that's Krys.
Hey, Krys, how are you?
I'm good, Ruben. How are you?
I'm sorry. Now I feel rude. Hello, Krys. I'm sorry. I feel rude.
She said it like a disappointed teacher. I'm fine, Ruben. How are you? Let's get into the real question. Did you do your homework?
We've never met, so I didn't want to be disrespectful. We had never met, so. Since I'm drinking a little tequila, man.
Oh, you got the tequila jumping?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little something.
Okay, all right.
Here's the thing, though. I ain't drank since March.
Oh shit.
I'm the epitome of a social drinker, man. You know, when we be out, we doing gigs, we on the road. So I ain't been doing no gigs, so
I feel you.
Drinking.
Hey man, well listen, I drink on here every night. So anytime you feel like drinking, hit me up and then pull up. It'll be a social experiment.
Give you an excuse.
You can drink.
Give you an excuse, huh?
Hey man, I'm all about making good excuses. You know what I mean?
Where the hell Sydney
my life
at,
like
man?
that.
Sydney always late. Sydney always late, man.
Yeah, Sydney gonna pull up when he wants to. If he pulls up, I'm gonna call.
Sydney gonna pull up at his set time. Sydney gonna be here like I'm going on 8:16.
Oh man.
I'm gonna text him. Hey, I got you going up at 8:30.
How you been, Tone? You been good?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm chilling, trying to recover, man. Last Monday, I went paintballing. Paintballing down in Bellflowers. Actually, this is my injury, right? Look, I got burned by a cigar, but I got a paintball to the hand.
Where in Bellflower?
It's like down just past downtown, and you know, it's closed. It's closed. It's basically closed. But if you have a private group of like 15 or more, then they open the park up to just y'all.
Oh,
so it was a group that came out like right after us or whatever. They had the whole park to themselves. I think one more after that. But yeah, it was like 17, 18 of us down there.
Is it indoor or outdoor?
It's outdoor.
I've never done it. I definitely want to do it.
And you can tell none of us knew what we was doing. None of us at all knew what the fuck we was doing. We all came dressed damn near exactly alike. We can't pick out teams. Everybody dressed the same goddamn. Everything was friendly. Everything was friendly fire. Everything was friendly fire.
What y'all have on?
Like everybody had on black, dark green, or gray. Everybody looked exactly the same.
They didn't give y'all vests? I thought they would have like gave you vests.
All the same color vests. All the same.
Oh, that's
they gave us they gave like some little wristbands, whatever you could, but you know, now niggas
you about to fire on somebody. You ain't like, hey, let me check your band real quick. See if you're
exactly.
Let me see your VIP. See if you're supposed to be over here.
You who I'm trying to kill? Show yourself.
So 17 of y'all went?
Yeah. No, it was dope. It was dope. I mean, I'm telling you, and everybody was between like 35 and probably like 42.
Oh, y'all sore as fuck the next day.
Bruh, we all left bloody, bruised, limping.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Krys, you ever shot anybody? Paintball, I mean. I know you shot somebody.
I was about to log off so quick.
She just out here looking for lead meeting.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Tahir.
Yeah.
Tahir, we just found out we ain't in Tone Bell's top 17. We know that right off the top.
Well, here's the thing.
I was not the procurer of this list. I was invited, Ruben. I was invited. All right.
Let me say this. Since Tone has made it, I hear from him when I hear from him, my face lights up. It's like, oh man, he didn't forget about me. And one time I answered. I was like, hey, what's up, Tone? He's like, oh shit, my bad, wrong number. I hung up. I was like, okay, well, shit, there it is. But ever since he started fucking with NBC, like in that beginning, it's like, you know, I didn't see my friend no more. You know.
Hey man, I always answer phone.
He made me start calling him Anthony. I was like, that's not even your name, though. Why would I do that?
And you never started, by the way. So can we get that shit together? I'm glad you remember. I'm glad I didn't have to say it again. So from now on, you know what? Let me change my goddamn name real quick on this, so I can remind you, so this shit could be in your face this whole time.
Oh,
change it right now, man.
Yeah, nigga.
You a petty asshole, man.
I'm petty as fuck,
something
man.
different. Well, while we waiting on Sydney to pull up, man, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing going. Real quick. Let me text this right here. Well, welcome to another episode of Zooming with the Homies, man. We got a fantastic show for you guys. Already on camera, we have Krys Wines, we have Mr. Ruben Paul, we have Tone Bell. We're also expecting a couple more people to pull up.
Anthony.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Anthony, aka Tone Bell.
The nigga wrote it in caps.
I can't deal with these. I can't deal with these Hollywood niggas, Ruben. I swear to God, man. Like this nigga right here used to go to the Stop and Go and buy swishers, and now I got to call him Mr. Anthony Bell. I ain't got time for it. That's what I'm saying right now.
Look, everybody say, hey man, don't move to LA and change. What? Are you crazy? I'm changing.
That's the whole purpose.
Me too.
I'm changing.
I definitely. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, soon as the money comes, like I got a little money now, but when the money comes, oh, you niggas ain't gonna be able to talk to me. I've been trying to get on Ruben's show for 2 years. I didn't have anybody.
I can't wait to change my number.
Here's the thing. I finally got a chance to get on Ruben's show, you know.
And then the pandemic hit.
So this nigga did my show before I got a chance to do his. And I was so hyped to do his show. The relationship that him and Tony Baker have when they be calling each other hoe ass niggas on Instagram, I'm like, I want a friend like that. I want somebody to call me a hoe ass nigga.
I got you. As soon as this shit clear up, man, I got you 100.
Well, I'm glad that you're here, man.
Tone's come through and blessed the stage a few times.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, I'm in the same spot right now too, because like Ruben had just gave me the blessing. Hey man, whenever you in town, come through. I'll bet. I ain't gonna tour for 4 months, and then he set this shit on fire.
Oh shit, that's amazing. Well, shit, let's go ahead and kick it off, man. Like I said, welcome to another episode of Zooming with the Homies. Per usual, I'm gonna go through my introductions real quick, starting with Mr. Sidney Castillo, since his ass is late. We're gonna start with Sidney.
You said 7:15 and 7:11.
I text him. I said your set time is 7:15.
What up, Sid?
What up, boy? Hold on, I got a new camera. I'm trying to connect. I'm on right now. Keep going. It's me. Drew, what up, nigga?
What up, man?
How you doing, ma'am? In the corner. We gonna meet later. What's up, niggas? Sorry. One second. Keep going.
Anyway,
This nigga doing an ops check live.
This nigga didn't do no tech rehearsal at all.
He just unboxed. Right. He just unboxed. He just plugged the bitch in and was like, "Let me see if a red light come on."
Amazon package just got here 10 minutes ago.
I'm so sick of everybody getting these goddamn gaming chairs and all these niggas play is Sims. I'm sick of it. This nigga don't play nothing but Sims and Tetris, and he got a gaming chair. Cut it out. Nigga,
Amazon.
He got a game chair and a green fitted sheet, and he was like, "Oh shit, studio."
Hey, look, I didn't buy it. I didn't bought the lights that come off Amazon. I got the two lights that come, the big ones right here, dog. Look.
Yo, how did you feel? Wait,
ain't used it yet.
The ring light, I felt terrible when I was like, I had to break down and get me a ring light. I had to get it. You have to get one.
You don't though. You do.
You do have to get you a ring light.
They come up every 10 seconds, make you be like, "Fuck it, okay, I'll get it."
I gotta get it.
Listen, man, you don't have to get it. I'm gonna show y'all what you need to get.
What you using? A shadeless lamp?
No. Okay, hold on. Wait.
Damn, where my camera?
Hold on, bull. Okay, so listen.
Sidney got one more box to open so we can complete this task.
Let me mute this real quick. Okay, so this. Damn it, where the camera flip at?
I hate this example because I got to see two of you.
All right, well, fuck it, here. Why doesn't it wait to turn around? Hold on. There we go. Hold on, wait. There we go. Start video. Boom. Okay, so those lights right there.
We can't see it.
Can't see.
These like pop-up lights.
Bring the camera down. Bring it down. Bring your phone down.
Your phone down.
Look at it's on the screen.
Oh shit! I'm tripping.
Oh,
it's in the bottom corner.
All right. Okay, yeah, I got the same lights. I got them lights.
I don't. That's too much square footage. You doing too much.
How? It breaks down. Everything breaks down.
Tony,
but you never take them down. You take them down every day.
No, I don't take them. I set them off in the corner. But I got a space for them.
Are they on the stand?
1 second.
Yeah, they on the stand. They on the tripod.
Tony, you been going to the barber? How are we in pandemic and everybody look like they've been in a pandemic but you? You been going to the barber? You been sneaking off to the barber? Why is your shit not everywhere?
First of all, I'm not doing this with you right here. We do this offline.
Look, you see what it is? Why aren't you like me? We've been 3 months with no barbers and you still look like you about to go to set. I don't like
I've always, first of all, I've always done my own beard and you know this. You know this. I've always done my own beard. Now look, I will look.
I don't like that at all. I don't like
now look, I will be getting a haircut this evening.
I don't like it.
I will be getting a haircut this evening. But my barber puts on a freezer bag over his face. He puts a whole freezer bag over his face and he cuts until he about to suffocate and he takes a break and then he puts that shit back on. Haircut take about 3 hours, but we get it done.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been to the barber 3 times.
I've not been.
You've been 3 times?
I've been 3 times, absolutely.
Wait, Sid, can we go back to that head? I don't think I've ever seen
First of all, this is pandemic Sydney. Regular Sydney would never show you this side of me, but fuck it. We trapped in here.
Wait till Sid get the setup straight. That green screen, he ain't never gonna have a bald head no more. Wait till that green screen.
That's why I got it. That's why I got it. So it will bleed into this like a mountaintop and you can't even tell.
You ain't gotta do the whole screen. Just get a green bandana, put that shit on, and
y'all not gonna yell at me. Y'all not gonna yell at me.
You better get you a green do-rag. You can have
whatever. Green do-rag?
You can have whatever you want, nigga. You can have whatever you want.
Hey, while you bullshitting, I'm going to get a green do-rag and see if I put the green. All I have is time, Tom, to see if it works.
Yo, you better invest $3 in your future.
Oh shit! I gotta take
that hat off. You look like you work at a junkyard, nigga.
Hey, listen, how you doing, Ruben? You got the Chevy in the corner, right? Yeah. Yeah, we own it. We gonna get to it.
All right, here we go. Sidney Castillo, we got amazing writer, comedian, actor, producer, very heavy in a lot of the amazing episodes you saw with Wallin' Out. He also won Funniest Wins. He won
money gone, man.
cash prize of $6 million on Funniest Wins.
Can we talk about
he bought 2 cribs, one in Glendale, one in Palm Springs. Has a personal driver. Just, I mean, money out the ass when you're looking at Sidney Castillo. Just so much. If you're going to slide in anybody's DMs on here, it's fucking Sidney Castillo. Just the money. You heard him just say he had some shit delivered to his house prime.
Sidney about to be here like this. What are you doing?
That's not true. My wife just passed by. Don't do that. First of all, I don't have money, and I blame Tone because he had it before me, and he didn't tell me how to keep it. He was just like, congratulations. He didn't say, hey, this is what I'm doing to keep it. I was just flying everywhere. Dubai, I'll go by myself. I'll stay an extra week. I got it.
See? Tone ain't shit for that. Tone ain't shit for that. Tone ain't know about them taxes. He didn't tell you about the taxes. The taxes will really fuck you up when you get money.
It took a re-up. It took the re-up for me to be like, okay, here's how you handle money. Because the shoes galore, everything I didn't get as a child, man.
Bro, let me tell you. Look, this is a sidebar.
This off the gate because I never had them.
Bro, this Sidney telling the truth. Okay, we went.
I never had them.
7 years ago, we went to the club, and 7 years ago, where did we go? We went to that outdoor spot.
It was the Cabana Club off Sunset. They call it something else now for James' birthday. Now this is before 100,000. This is like I had my first credit card.
When you had dreads,
but he didn't bring it.
No, look. See,
he didn't bring it.
My friend.
Look. No, go ahead. These niggas found a closet in the club. Was like, we need to talk real quick. We go in the back room. Look, we go in the back room. These niggas tried to. How much was that? That shit was like 3G.
I'm gonna do you justice. Ruben, ma'am, Tahir, right? This is James' birthday party. Now, we all had money at different levels. Tone had the most, right?
We don't know that. We do not know that.
Look. In our eyes, Tone had Whitney money. I had Hell Date money, and James had like commercial like money. Like we all had almost right?
Hell Date money.
So look. We go to the club for James' birthday. James tells me before we get to the club, "Hey, Sid, my car should go through, but I don't know. You got like $3,000 on you?" I said, "Yeah, I got look. I see. I got a card it can come out of. I got a card it can come out of new credit card." He goes, "Okay, bet, but mine should work." I said, "When'd you put your money in?" It's Saturday. He goes, "I put my money in this morning." I said, "Then you know your money not gonna be there Tuesday, nigga." This is conversation outside the club. Bitches everywhere. Me and my nigga having a conversation about finances, right? So then we get to the club. When the waitress comes by to tell James his card is declined, she goes in front of people. She goes, "Sir." He goes, "Okay," like to cut her off. Sydney. Like, I got it. I look at Tone. We all in the kitchen of the club. I never been in the kitchen. My card declined. First of all, James' card.
We having a round table about how we gonna have a good time.
Tone said, Tone's on the phone with his bank. I said, "Tone, my card." He said, "Tone, mad." He said, "Your card. When'd you get your card?" I said, "Well, I just got it like a couple days ago. Have you used it?" "Nuh-uh." "So you think they just finna verify 3? Move, Sydney." And so look, they give him my card, my shit declined. Tone was like, "Run this," right? The shit really go.
Look. We all standing in the dark and shit. It's people coming in. We can see the door open. People having a great time. It's like you hear the music fade in and out. Nigga, run it. And I was like, "When y'all get paid again?" It was like Monday. I was like,
Monday. We'll get it right back to you, dog. At the table,
this is before Venmo. I don't know if I was ever gonna see this shit again, but I trust them.
Did you get it back?
Yeah, I got. Of course,
James got it back. I'll make sure. Did you get that nigga back? Look, before the first drink was poured, Tone has never got loud. I've never seen him get angry. Tone made a father moment. He said, "Hey, out of respect, James gets the first drink. I'll get the second drink." Can I get the second drink? Everybody like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, some bottle rats came up, and I was like, "Who is that bitch? I have no idea who that is."
Like, yo, no.
I took a drink out of some chicken. You gonna need to get that up.
Okay. All right, hold on, wait. Let's keep it going. Let's keep Krys, come back. Damn it, Krys, I was about to introduce you.
Like, y'all not talking to me. I'll just fade out. If y'all
All right, hold on, wait a second.
Hey, Rodney Perry said he wants in to here.
Okay, cool. Tell him to inbox me his number, and I'll get him on for sure. Next up, we have Krys Winans, amazing writer, great comedian, amazing comedian, fantastic cook too. She baked me not even cook, a baker. She made me a pineapple upside down cake, put a mint leaf on it, so I knew I was special. And just a phenomenal friend. So welcome, Krys Winans to the show. What's up, Krys?
And technologically challenged. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you now.
With this thing, and people like, so she's just not gonna speak. She just gonna be there with her lip gloss. Like, motherfucker, I can't tell. You can hear me or not?
Listen,
I mean, you also got a lot of
hear you, and we can hear CP's background. That's two of the things we can hear right now. You and CP's fluorescent.
Yeah, I just wanted to say what's up.
Look, mine is before, and CP's is after. Once you get like 2 more gadgets, my shit gonna look like CP's. I'm missing like 1 more button.
You are, especially at the top of your screen.
I got the same shit he got, but I'm missing the backdrop.
It looks lackluster to me. It kind of pisses me off. I'm sorry, young lady. How you doing?
Are you back?
Huh?
You back in LA?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah. I live here.
Last time I saw you were like rolling out the Union with a suitcase. You're like, all right.
Oh yeah. I was jumping on the road, man. I had to get that stage time in. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. What up, Tom? What up, Ruben?
CP.
What's good?
What up, yo?
Man, you know I can't call it like an alcoholic. Hold on, let me change my little name.
Hold on, wait. CP, hold on. Wait. I'm still on the intros. I'm gonna set it up for you. For you. Next up, we have Mr. Ruben Paul, man. One of the amazing comedians from LA, has his own night at the world famous Laugh Factory on Sunset. Take that shit off, Sydney. Okay.
It's not about me. You introduce a Ruben.
You look like Music Soul Child's granddaddy, nigga.
Cab driver.
It look like he sell plain hamburgers.
Mr. Childish hamburger.
bread and meat, that's it.
Hey, Tom, no cheese or nothing.
Don't ask me for nothing else. I said I got burgers and that's it.
Everything gonna be 2 minutes. It'd be 2 minutes. That's it, 2 minutes.
Hey, that's hilarious. Nigga said no cheese or nothing. I ain't no goddamn hamburger. This is a hamburger. That's a cheeseburger.
What I tell you I had? What did I tell you I had?
Hey, let him get
that's what I got.
Introductions, man. We being.
I'm sorry.
Y'all niggas being niggas, boy. Come on.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
He got an amazing night at Tuesday nights at the world famous Laugh Factory. Amazing comedian and writer and great friend, Mr. Ruben Paul. Welcome, Ruben, to the show. What's up, Ruben?
Hey,
Tone, you're fucking animal.
Dog is that?
It's Tone.
Hey, man. Hey,
it's fucking animal. I had the decency to tie mine down to a tree and don't give him no water until we done. Because
you dressed exactly like you did that shit.
Yeah.
Next up, we have NBC World Star. What I don't know what network you're in bed with right now, Tom. Who are you with now?
I'm with ABC right now. I'm with ABC right now.
The nigga works like a passport. He just got all of them in his book.
Oh, you at ABC now? Hey, this nigga Tone be one night standing them networks. Don't he see it?
Listen, the networks love when Tone free. Is he single? Is he off that show?
Oh my God.
Hey, Tone. We have a show about plants, and we want you to play the plant. And what would it be? Is a comedy with you? And were you interested? I'll do it. I'll do a pilot.
Tone has been thrown more shows than I've been on auditions in 2019.
That's facts.
This nigga Tone has been on 67 different TV pilots, and nobody ever blames Tone for the reason that the show doesn't work out. They just, it could have been Tone. He's amazing.
We'll have a show called This Is How Tone Be, and they be like, it ain't Tone. It is not Tone.
Hey, nigga. Hey, to white people,
I hate y'all.
Hey, to white people, Tone's life is the only one that matters.
Tone's life is the black life that matters.
Hey, everybody at CBS can sleep at night like, no, we've got Tone. We're fine. We've got Tone. That's not us. That is not us. That's not us, guys. We've got Tone. We're fine. So,
Tone, you know if they give you a problem, you call me right away, Tone. You know that, right? Thank you, ABC.
And last but not least,
oh shit.
homie CP, comedian, writer, actor, roaster, father, husband, just all around solid ass brother, man. CP, welcome to the stage, Detroit's finest. What's going on, brother?
Hey, man, thank you, man. I'm just happy to be here, man. You know, I've changed my name to my Cash App. I'm not suggesting anything. I just want to let people know that that's what it is. And what I like about Tahir's fans, man, is that they come on here and they support not only monetarily, but like they will hit you up like, hey, I do taxes and I also fix gaps. So I don't know how your teeth, I don't know what you were doing. Okay, I just wanted to, because Tahir had you on there. You're always roasting. So if you want that gap fixed, I know Tahir. So okay, never mind. He's like, damn, all right.
Anyway, every time I watch Zoom, them niggas been making money. Like they be like, "Oh, Cash App, well, I made $100. I made a." It's like, damn, I want to experience that. Like my phone ain't ring yet, Tahir.
That hat make you look too paid, man.
Set it up. It comes after the intro. Y'all niggas
you lucky that you got 90% of that green screen. That make you look a little broke and confused.
Well, listen, man, this is another episode of Zooming with the Homies, man. As always, I never put this behind a paywall because I want you guys to get it unfiltered just the way it is. And I want everybody to be able to access it. All I ask is that you take care of my guests if you have it to give. Bless them with a little something. And they would greatly appreciate it, and I would greatly appreciate it as well. Everybody is crazy. Comedians. And they definitely would appreciate it. So at this time, I'm going to ask all my guests to change your name to your Cash App name. And Sis Hat Broker at Tom Bell.
Tom Bell just laced me, bro. Tom Bell just laced me, bro. Yo, my nigga, dog. If you don't get money with your niggas, you ain't doing it right. Tom Bell. Wow.
Let me tell you something. I've never put that many zeros into something electronic. I've never done that.
Thank you,
Chris,
bro.
what's your Cash App? I'm going to change it for you.
Nigga, I don't even know. I'm trying to find it.
You don't know your Cash. Ruben, what's your Cash App?
Shit. Hold on.
Guys, just send it to me. I know them well. I'll give them the money. Just send it to me and just tell them how much you want to give them.
What is my Cash App?
There is a fee, a change hands fee.
I got it.
Sid dressed like he waiting on some plantains to ripen.
Oh, that nigga, they'll get sweeter than this. Give me 2 more weeks.
I ain't got no socks on if y'all can really see what it is, but go ahead.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, Chris, I might have to get you back on another one. I can tell this is gonna be one of them shows, but jump in, okay? Don't be sitting there.
No, we going.
The audience gonna be like, "Yo, what's up with baby girl? She ain't gonna say nothing. You gotta just jump." Chris is real chill.
Where you from, Chris?
Originally Virgin Islands, but New York.
Okay, bet.
What part of New York? What part of the city?
Harlem.
What part of the city?
Harlem.
Oh, Harlem.
Okay.
Hey, when I was out there working, I stayed off 145th and St. Nick. Is that it? Right by the train station, by the Dunkin' Donuts. I think it's 145th at Leonard Crib.
Nigga, it's New York. Nigga, it is not.
The train station, like it's just one. In
I think it said by the McDonald's. You know the Dunkin' Donuts right there.
Nigga, why you giving out Leonard address?
First of all, New Yorker, you know what the train station?
Yeah, Leonard address.
145th. It's the A train, I believe. It's a fish station right there. I was all up and down for 3 months. How you doing? Just want to get to know you. They rude.
See, you got a corn on the cob farm. It's sweet. I like it because it's natural, all organic, no GMOs in my shit. Uncle Curtis's corn. Oh, nigga. Oh, okay.
We also got my homegirl.
It ain't my girl.
St. Angela's, aka Dominique Lovins in the house. St. Louis Finest is in the building. What's up, Don? Appreciate you pulling up.
Hey.
What's happening?
If Reggie Bo knew you was here.
You got one more hat change, Sid.
Hey, that's the one, Sid. That's the one. You on 21 Jump Street trying to test narcotics in the high school. Like, man, I go here. I go here. Look at the hat. I go here. Come on, y'all. Tell me some dope.
Oh shit, nigga! When you had the other hat on, Sid, somebody said you look like an extra in Django. Nigga, they be in his comments going crazy.
Yeah, but that wasn't going crazy. That was pretty regular. Tell them to stop saying stuff.
With this hat on, Sid like he delivered DiGiorno.
Hi, you bought the front beef here to put it together.
Hey, all right, now it's over. You hurting my feelings. Put it out there.
Ruben, what you been up to, man? You say you ain't been hitting the stage. You ain't done the virtual shows.
I've done some virtual shows, man, but you know the virtual shows. I mean, they cool, but it ain't
that shit is whack.
I'm doing my first one. I'm doing Chocolate Sundays.
Tell us how you really.
Ain't nothing like performing live, man. I mean, I've done them shows,
Yeah.
but it ain't the same. It ain't the same. But just
Bro,
been
I
doing
did a
lot of
virtual
writing.
show on Friday. Nigga, that shit was horrible.
Why?
Cause I was bombing and they was having a great time. I was bombing. They were like, "You're hilarious." I was like, "Please make me stop." Oh, my nigga RP.
Oh shit.
Nigga's
The
the
other
human
RP.
domino. This nigga is
The
a
other
human
RP.
domino right here. Wait a minute.
Other RP.
Uncle
What up,
Rodney.
PZ?
Uncle Rodney.
What's up?
What up, PZ?
What's up?
Hey man, y'all make sure y'all get on Zooming with the homies right now. To hear YouTube page, just send this link. It's on this page, man. Y'all see the homies, man. What's up? This is me.
I'm sure Tahir don't need your little 5 followers.
You know what, Uncle Rodney?
I take it all, Rodney. Don't ever listen. 5 people. That's that one out of that 5 gonna buy a t-shirt. So that's $40. I'll take it.
All day, all day.
Tahir, let that man roast that man being all practical. No, I take it. I like those followers. 5 will do for me. Set your practical ass up and get these roasts.
Nah,
Rodney got the back. Set up in the back.
What's up, Rodney Perry? How you doing, man?
It's all good, man. I saw y'all having fun. I said, man, I need this. My wife upstairs. I need this for my life.
Man, listen.
What up, baby?
Rodney, what you covering up back there though? What you covering up with this wall? What you covering up? What's back there?
Yeah, what
I thought you was in a.
I live adjacent to a bank, so I'm working on getting in.
Nigga, I thought you was in the hotel lobby of a Vegas casino right now. Like you done doing I ain't got my own show, my one-man show, quarantine Rodney's.
He order his own wallpaper for his house for this shit.
Well, listen, for those that don't know, because you guys are familiar with just about everybody else, and I did introductions for Ruben and Krys. Rodney Perry, one of the funniest comics out, man, was out here in LA when I first moved out here. Moved to Atlanta to do some work. Has been respected in the game as an OG, a veteran, one of the funniest people I've ever seen get down on the stage. Really needs no introduction. You know what I'm saying? Need no introduction, but I'm giving it to you.
The nigga that just won't quit.
Yeah, the nigga that just won't quit.
Had a stroke and came back. We like, fuck.
It was somebody wanted my spot too. They was like, oh, I'm in there.
He's like, we down one. He's like, nah, nigga, I'm still telling you.
He's right. He's in the hospital, so he's not going on stage tonight.
That nigga G thing was getting dressed. Like, here we go. This is it. Here we go. This is it.
I'll text him after my set.
Hey, shout out to my nigga G thing. That's my nigga, dog.
He was phoning up his time.
Yo, after he shit on him, we go, give it up for my nigga G thing.
Yo. He's like,
Great guy.
That's my nigga, dog. Talking shit, man. It's all freaking broke.
Hilarious.
Gotta start shit, Ruben. Goddamn, nigga. You big hanging with Mr. Cooper looking ass nigga. Yeah, leave us alone.
I'm so sick of you niggas already, bro.
I quit.
Rodney, what you been up doing, man? How's it down in Atlanta right now?
I don't know, man. I'm almost 50 years old. I don't go outside.
Rodney said, I'm at risk. I don't go outside.
I'm at risk on so many levels. No. I mean, I actually been doing some. I did a weekend at the Atlanta Comedy Theater. I did a weekend at the at the Chuckles Comedy Club in Memphis, and it's different, man. You know, smaller. They doing probably 50%, 40% capacity, and you know what it is. It's hard once you get out not to interact with people, because that's what we do. You know, so once you out, you ain't gonna not shake somebody's hand.
The fuck?
The fuck?
Hey, did you do a meet and greet after? Take pictures and all that shit?
Nigga, I sold 30 books.
Nigga, what kind of 1985? I sold 30 books.
I was taking pictures and everything.
Yeah, Rodney old school. That nigga was out there selling can openers and candle holders.
Nigga said I sold 20 recipes.
Why you bullshit? Michael Collier sell green recipes after the show.
I mean, oh, that's crazy.
Take me home with you. Good show. Take me home with you. Don't forget your book.
Hey, let me tell you something. There is nobody better than Michael Collier at post-show selling shit.
I got D-Lay top 5.
I believe
D-Lay
it.
top 5 I've ever seen. That nigga sold 8 of my DVDs with me on them in front of me.
Right.
That nigga is incredible.
Michael Collier ain't got time for that. He's selling his shit.
You lazy, Sid. Nobody want to hear that bullshit.
But that's not him. That's you.
I was in the bathroom. I came back. All my shit was sold. Thank you, D-Lay. Like, shut your lazy ass up, nigga. You supposed to be right there selling your shit.
He got mad at me. He's like, "You're not saying nothing." I was like, "I'll do that. I'm not good at this. Give them to me, nigga." Nigga turned the DVDs back around and said, "Take me home with you right now. 45 minutes of that hot shit. You like it on stage, you're gonna like it right now." He said, "That's not you.
Don't worry about it. It's not me.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
You can't do it, Tom?
I can't do it. I tried to sell merch like twice. I tried to sell merch twice. I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me.
Really?
I'd end up giving
That's because you handsome.
I end up giving it away.
When you're a good-looking dude, you ain't selling shit.
No, you got that.
Rodney, you done see me at the show. Hey, I be out here selling myself after shows. I ain't got.
When you got that TV money, he don't feel no pressure to sell.
That's what I was alluding to.
Listen, when your
but I wanted someone else to say it.
That nigga told me like I'm on a show.
Hey, look, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. Act like I don't want to go through the airport with all this shit because I don't. Look, man, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but Rodney, listen to me, Rodney. That 160 ain't worth me carrying all this shit through the airport. I'm not doing it unless I know I'm selling out. I'm not doing it. I'm lazier than I am an entrepreneur.
Right.
So like, you want me to sell DVDs? I could be getting bitches? No. No. She thinks I'm cute. I don't want to. Y'all out here selling. I like to spend quality. I spend quality time with my fans at the shows.
This nigga here.
Tone will drink the girl under the table. Tone don't want to take him home. He just want to have a drinking contest. She's like, all right, you got a drink on my table. See you later.
Tone ain't trying to get no cash out. That nigga just trying to get some DMs right now. That's all they can do is selling themselves.
Right. Wow.
Hey man, we all got a mission.
Tone gonna work forever. I'm gonna be the 60-year-old actor selling lawnmowers. Like, but I remember him from all them shows, so I'm about a lawnmower. You know?
Man, I can't wait. I can't wait to do my Colonial Pen ad.
Hey, that's gonna be your shit, Colonial Pen. I'm gonna be that old nigga doing the dick pill commercials. Like, I know you look at me and hey, 65 years old. Hey, fucking these hoes.
Still fucking.
I tell you how I do it.
Text CP to 44244. That's
how you doing?
Put my code in.
It's still fucking.
Yo, they say your Cash App isn't working. Sydney? They say your Cash App isn't working. Is that the right one? Sydney is funny?
I'll rewrite it. Here's to mine. I'm getting. Sydney, don't worry about it. I'm getting all of them. I'll send it to you.
No, that's not my Cash App. That's my Twitter.
Yeah, change it because they saying that it's not coming up.
And everybody if they need to send it to somebody. Mine is already. I think mine work. So everybody check mine real quick.
They're not asking y'all. It's
see if mine work.
I missed $60.
Let's see if mine work a little bit.
All right, so going forward, let's try to watch the screen and make sure we don't talk over each other. That way, everybody can say what they need to say. So we got you sit. Now you good, Sid. You can still talk. I just want you to just watch the screen, man, because I don't want nobody to miss nothing, baby. That's all.
At me, my nigga. At me.
Take that goddamn green screen down or put it up. You got to decide.
Right around your head, Sydney.
That shit is really irking me, bro.
Tie the green screen around your head.
Or tilt the camera down, my nigga. Don't let us see that. That's
it's weird that you mounted it from the bottom up instead of the top down. That's awkward to me.
Now turn your virtual background on, bro.
Bigger than all y'all, and I just
need
y'all to act like
that target lamp gonna get in the way.
Turn your virtual background on. You have it on your computer already.
I don't know how to do that.
Nigga, look. Do you see where it says stop video?
No,
hold up.
No, you gonna give him that tutorial later, okay? You text him instructions to that nigga.
I'm just letting him know.
Y'all out here troubleshooting on live TV.
It's gonna take him 40 minutes to figure that shit out. We're not finna do that. 10 to 11s, what you been up to? You, 10 to 11s, what you been up to?
She's in the green room of the 60s right now. Like, I'm waiting to go on. I'm waiting to go on. Waiting to go out and shimmy my shit. What y'all up to?
It's like the original comic view.
Stay home, like really. So I've been taking this shit down. I had a whole photo shoot. It's a whole thing last week.
Oh yeah, somebody with that shit in the background. They say sugar every 6 words. I tell you what, sugar.
What
you got to shake that ass, sugar.
Home, where were you at, Dominique?
Where were you at?
Your face, nigga. Drink out your jelly jar.
Dude, you make too much money for that glass option.
It's a mason jar.
Nigga, have you seen Ruben's glass? Ruben using a blender cut. No, show me your original blender cut. This motherfucker out here using this nigga using a ninja.
Ruben looked like he used to be a Crip in the 80s, but gave his life to Christ, had a family. You know what I mean? He's like, you know what?
I'm still a Crip.
I'm just gonna do right, man. You know what? I'm just gonna do right.
Ruben dressed like he got a cousin that went to the league.
I wasn't that funny.
Hey, I swear to God,
we made it. We did it.
You been like, I'm John Sally, big brother. You ain't know that, did you?
I think we going to Miami next. We
got a ring.
I'm kind of like his manager.
So Krys, how's Harlem? How's Harlem treating you?
No, I'm in LA now.
Great.
Been here for like 2.5 years. I want to go back home.
To New York?
Okay. I got a question for you, Krys. Sydney tried to get on me earlier about having a haircut, but you got braids and they nice. So how new were these?
Oh, this is about to turn into dreadlocks, so I'm gonna take the shit out this week.
Now everybody cheating, Tom.
All right. That is
Some
not
people been listening to the rules.
not the answer that I was expecting or that I wanted.
I got like 4 days.
We getting on Tone because he been going out getting haircuts in pandemic. He's supposed to not go nowhere, but this nigga
This
sucks
is
like.
though,
Wait,
bro.
we're not supposed to get our hair done?
Tahir got the best lineup on here.
Bruh.
I told him, I don't lie. I meant as soon as they said that the bars and restaurants was opening, I hit my barber like, hey nigga, did you hear the news? He's like, yeah, I opened the bar. I got 3, like the world was open for 2.5 weeks. I got 3 haircuts in 2.5 weeks. I wasn't playing no games. I absolutely went.
Tahir got waxed and everything. He was out here like, I'm getting it all done while I was open.
Fuck you, Tom. Fuck you. I did not get waxed. I did get a pedicure and a manicure while it was going on, but yeah, I didn't get waxed and nothing like that.
Damn, Sid.
Hey, first of all, don't do that. I'm opening up.
Nah,
Right now.
right?
Don't do that. Don't damn
That
me.
look sweet. No, you gotta own it though. Just cut it.
I'm trying, but you're not letting me come into it. I gotta, because I'll put the hat back on. I'm trying to like, it's like when you get in the water. It's cold.
Remember
Let me tell you something.
Remember the
Let me tell
hush
you something.
puppies that was brown, but then they was brown on the toe? Like it was like tan, but then the rest of the shoe was
the two-tone
hush puppies.
The two-tone loafer?
Yeah, 8th grade, 7th grade, you was killing them two-tone hush puppies.
Hey,
Two-tone.
I have a question real quick. I have a question.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to receive money on this show, right?
Yeah, some people ask. Some people ask for money.
Hey, look, somebody requested $20 from me. I don't know if that's how this show goes. It was like,
they
Give
don't
it to him. Be rich. You rich, Cindy. Give up the $20.
Ran Trail was like request for $20. Now, I almost out of habit put it yes. No,
that's what they depend on. They depend on you just clicking yes, and it just go through. So you got to read each one because they'll slide that shit in there real
They
quick.
definitely will. The little slick motherfuckers be like, thank you. You're my favorite comedian. Peace. You be like,
Yo, I look, because James, somebody sent me $5. I'm like, okay, bet. Now I'm finna click the next one. And it was like pay 20. Like, oh, you little hustler. You a hustler.
You got to respect that, though.
Shoot.
Shoot, indeed.
I'm accepted just because we own it. I'm gonna give you $20.
Let me say my request.
They was looking at Cindy background.
They finna
They
be
was looking at
like,
Cindy background like, hey, he don't pay attention to nothing.
Tone Bell got money, y'all. Requested from Tone. Ask him for 400. He ain't, you know what I mean? Ask Ruben.
Tone got a little Madman bar over there behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me change my background so y'all can't judge it.
Get out your space.
Tone got 4 properties. Sorry, Lion. Tone got 4 properties, y'all. He rent out. Like, he got it.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Ruben looked like he on the cover of his own independent cereal. These cars Citios. Now, what it is for all the independent youth in the city, these is our oats. So
They all can't be winners, CP.
They all can't be winners.
though. I liked it, dog. I liked it. I was also gonna say your own No Limit cover, but I decided to go.
That would have been good.
That would have been way better. Yeah.
Dog. Hey, but you got shoot.
Hey, Rube, I like the way you gave it some silence, though. You gave it a little silence before you hit your line.
Yeah. Hey, that's a hard shoot.
Take your hat back off, Sid.
10 and 11's down there judging.
Here's what I want to say, Sid, take the hat off, man. Look, hey, nobody tells you how you should have a fade. You have a fade however you want to. If you want to rock the inverse, that is up to. No, I went to another room.
This nigga's at the Soho House.
You don't need a green screen.
How do y'all fucking?
You can do it too, Sid. Sid, that's your business. If somebody want to land a drone on top of your head by mistake,
that's up to you, baby. That's up
that
to
ain't
you.
got nothing to do with you. If somebody,
Hey, look, can we all do this again on Monday? Can you just have us again? Because I want to have a backdrop with the same guests. I want to shit on y'all.
oh, look at Rodney. That's cold, Rodney. Very nice. Very nice.
Tell Master
You know
Hoodie.
how to
Put
do
it on
it.
Master Hoodie.
Oh shit.
Posing like a nigga that's never been to San Francisco.
I used to live there.
Oh, that's right.
That's an expensive ass city, man. That's an expensive ass city right there.
Oh yeah.
Y'all some funny guys. Man.
Great comedy town though. Bunch of us came up in the Bay. Me, Lunell, Cat. We was all in the same incubator.
Great comedy town. Great comedy town.
What's the comedy club there? Cobb's? Cobb's is in San
They got a
Francisco.
Cobb's, they got a Punchline.
It's about 6 clubs within like an hour, ain't it? It's about 6. Like that.
There's a lot of good criminal shit you don't know about in Oakland though. The real shit.
Real talk. Sweet Jimmy.
Sweet Jimmy. Wow. Can I tell y'all Sweet Jimmy story?
What was Sweet Jimmy? Yeah, hell yeah, go for it.
So Sweet Jimmy's was like an old school club, like all the old dudes were performing there. So Don Bubba Bexley, who used to be on Sanford and Son, at the end of his career, he was the host at Sweet Jimmy's on open mic night. And he was confined to a wheelchair. So the stage was on a landing and he couldn't get down. So he would introduce you and then he would back up and turn.
Shut the fuck up.
So he was like, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage. What's his name? Rodney Perry. Enjoy yourself. So you do your little jokes. He back there cracking up. That was a good one. That was good. Yeah. All right. Good job.
Oh.
All right, up next, Tahir Moore.
Okay.
Tell these damn people leave me alone. I'm trying to like get it on the regular computer because they keep complaining about the sound.
Okay, Sid?
It sounds better with the headphones on, Krys. You good?
Why is she on 2 screens? Because I'm trying, motherfuckers. God damn.
Rodney.
Oh, she getting very upset with that.
I got a question for Rodney. When did you start, Rodney? Wait, when did you start first? What year you start?
1939.
Real deal. Like I started very first time walking on the stage in like the early 90s.
Okay.
And then I it got real for me in 98 when I moved to LA.
Okay. So let me ask you, like from 91 and 95, like in that, and where was you like from 91, 95, like in that time?
I was in the Navy then. I was in the Navy actually from 90 to 98.
And then you were still working here and there.
Exactly.
Okay. And I'm talking about not Navy, but like comedy wise, just because just like vets, I always want to know like what's one of the wildest things on the road that you can speak freely about? What's a road?
Nothing, Tom. Nothing.
Nothing's been wild. I get you right.
No, I ain't talking about wild shit, but like crazy heckler, like somebody in the parking lot, like some at a weekend.
I mean,
okay, and here's why I'm asking, because a nigga tried to fight me last year in Virginia. Like try to run up on stage.
Virginia Beach or the other one?
Richmond or Virginia Beach?
Richmond, right? That's the Hooder one.
The Funny Bone?
Yeah.
Richmond is definitely Hooder.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That stuff kind of never happened to me, like physical stuff. But I mean,
hey,
you getting this?
What was the spot Dugar used to have in Oakland?
I was about to go there, Ruben, because you were here. So
yeah,
it was. What was the name of that place, Ruben?
Fuck, Oak Tree. The Oak Tree.
Okay, so this is like 90s, 98, 99. I think I had moved to LA already, but I would go back to Oakland because that's all I could get work from. Okay. And so I'm on stage in 2 different occasions because Ruben, you was there for one.
Yeah, I was there on stage. Okay, I'll tell mine after you tell yours.
Please. So I'm on stage. I'm not bombing, but I'm bombing because we are in between the party. So the party should be started, but they started the comedy late, and so we in there, and it's crazy. And so at some point, the lights in my face. I see a dude going to his drink to get some fruits or vegetables.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
He walked into his drink. He reached his drink and threw a lemon at my face. I'm still trying to fulfill my obligation of my 20 minutes. Joey Wells came up and was like, look, dog, you can't do this. Come on, let's go, Rod. They're going to pay you. And I had to walk it off. So I didn't get murdered, but it could have been.
Was it like this?
Here's what you're leaving out.
Oh, it hit you in the face.
The lemon hit me in the face. Yeah.
But here's see, Rodney didn't do the Oak Tree justice. The Oak Tree was a place that they came to party, not to hear comedy.
Right.
And it was gangsters that came to that spot. It was all the niggas that from Oakland.
Real gangsters too.
Niggas, real gangsters, not no place. So you was interrupting their good time by even doing comedy. So if the host is supposed to do 10 minutes up front, feature's supposed to do 20, you might have a guest set that do 5, and then the headliner is supposed to do like 40. No one can do their time at that fucking spot. Because imagine the Savoy, but bigger.
Why do they keep trying to have the comedy show if they know this is the fucking crowd?
Bruh.
Because they sell a lot of hits.
They're making money. You trying to make promotion, trying to make money.
They want to get people in earlier.
I mean, nobody died yet.
And if you know anything about Oakland, Oakland don't really fuck with San Francisco niggas.
Yeah.
Them niggas from Oakland don't really fuck with San Francisco niggas like that.
Yeah, they from the city. They ain't from the town.
So Rodney, you don't remember this night. So you was on the show this night. Dugar was supposed to do 10 up front, did 3. You were supposed to do 20, did 10. And I'm watching.
I learned my lesson by then.
So I'm thinking, because we had did me, you, and Nima had did Sweet Jimmy's the night before. And easy money. I'm thinking, man, this shit. You know how your ego kick in as a comic. You go, man, I'm gonna kill it. Them niggas struggling, but I'm gonna see what they did wrong, and I'm gonna do the opposite.
What?
So, nigga,
you be back there trying to take notes? Okay,
you see, nigga, you in the back going, all right, Rodney shouldn't have did that, so I'm gonna do this. So you
right.
Nigga, I go up, it's jam fucking packed. There's a group of girls in the front. They're the only ones who's laughing in the whole fucking building because them niggas want you off stage immediately.
Please get off.
Nigga, all of a sudden, some nigga from San Francisco yelled out, and I started tearing his ass up, and that motherfucker got up and rushed the fucking stage. Before I could fucking grab the mic stand, it was like Dugar, Indian Tone. You remember Indian Tone, Rod?
Yes.
Indian Tone at the time ran fucking Oakland. The motherfucker sweeped me out the fucking stage like James Brown or some shit, dude. That was one of the most fucking wildest rooms ever. Sweet Jimmy's. I mean, Oak Tree.
Now, you know how I think the wildest room right now? Rob Stapleton, Confuego in New York.
Salsa Confuego.
Salsa Confuego is not. So you don't know I did it when Rob was out of town. So Rob not there to police the room.
Bro, you can't do that.
You can't do that. That's
you
the
gotta have the mayor in the building.
Knew.
You come to the city, the mayor
They was
gotta be
asking
there.
me like, "Are you ready?" They kept asking me, "Are you ready? Are you ready, Rod?" I'm like, "Why you keep asking?" Yeah, I'm ready. I'm a comedian. Now, what's up? If anybody ever asks you if you ready, it's some bullshit waiting on.
Nigga, just get paid up top.
What happened though? What happened?
If somebody asks you, are you ready?
Oh, they had the money. If money was no issue.
No, I know, but listen, I'm not doing all my time. I'm leaving early. Pay me up top.
Oh, absolutely. You gotta get your money up front.
I heard about Rob, bro. I heard about it.
It was bad. It wasn't bad because of the room. It was like the cast was just doing so much time in front of me. By the time I got up, headlining, it was just nothing left.
Yeah.
And the DJ was like Kid Capri, the DJ, the dude that read the he was doing all of the DJ. Yo, hey, yo, New York, y'all ready to do this? Before the show, it was so amped up. It was like Why are we stopping?
Why are we even having a show?
Yo,
Mike Neasy, that's the DJ there. And what's funny, he and I did a show in the Bahamas together. You could not get him to play a fucking record. Whole
Really?
time. It was like we were just announcing ourselves, coming to the stage. Us.
That's funny.
Wait, Chris, what are you saying? Like he wouldn't play any music and he would announce y'all in the Bahamas?
He wouldn't play any music. I'm looking like, is the shit broke?
Damn. I did the hardest room I did in New York was it Tasty Island or Island Taste? I think it's Island Taste. Joe Claire hosted.
Oh.
It's a room with all Caribbean motherfuckers, man. And first
I'm
off,
a Caribbean motherfucker. Wait a minute.
they don't tell
What's
you.
part of the Caribbean though? Because it's
I
nuance
know,
in the Caribbean.
So it was a mixture in there, but like all of them kind of speak like certain a little bit of the same dialect. So I didn't know that it's a Caribbean room. I go in there. First of all, there ain't no stage. You telling jokes against the wall in between tables on opposite sides, right? Joe Claire was having a hard time. That nigga, he was the host. He was like, "Hey man, y'all niggas gotta calm the fuck down so we can finish the show." Somebody stood up and said, "Man, fuck this show." I was like, "God damn."
Yo, nigga, when the host is having a hard time, that's a bad sign for everybody else.
Last time my bomb was.
And Joe's funny.
Joe is hella funny, man. Man, that room right there. Like, here's the thing. I started doing a set, and like 2 minutes into the set, I abandoned it and just started roasting the room. And that's what they like. They like for you to like fuck with them, talk with them, include them. You try to go into like written material, oh, them niggas don't give a fuck about that.
In Detroit, we got a room like that called Mandy's. It's on the east side. So if y'all know Kool-Aid, if y'all know Kool-Aid, rest in peace Kool-Aid, but Kool-Aid would bring you to the city. And Kool-Aid and make you, you would do the run with Kool-Aid. And I always was straight in Mandy's, but there was a spot downtown Detroit called TV Lounge. And I remember Kool-Aid, and it's a comedian named Foolish, Coco. These are some of the
legends. Detroit legends.
I was like, at this time, I was like super hot in the city, but my whole thing was I would come out there and roast the audience. That was it. Like I did what you said and it stuck. And so I remember they was like, CP, stop doing that. Go out there with your material. The audience, they ain't come for that. And I'm like, but people love it. They like, listen, everybody don't love it. So one day I go out and I see this young lady. She was like a fat, little older young lady. And she was like standing up having a good time. And I was like, all right now, hey lady, sit your little fat ass down so we can start the show. And everybody was like, damn. I was like, no, I'm just playing. She built like a little C battery, but I fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? And then some nigga stood up like, all right, my nigga, start your show. And I was like, oh, not Mr. Deep Voice, nigga. But see, y'all know me. I'm a roaster. So I was roasting these niggas so cleverly. I was like, nigga, who is that? And the nigga stepped forward, he had braids. I'm like, oh, shit. This nigga just got out of jail. A nigga braided his hair last night for his big release. Like, look, you going out there, you got to be cute. Hey, the audience was dying, right? This nigga was like, hey, bro, chill out. I'm like, nigga, I ain't chilling shit. My nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, mind you, I'm on a roll. This motherfucker rushed the stage, bro. Security came and grabbed the nigga before he got to the stage. Him and security started fighting. Oh, my bad. I got down to the nigga face, like to the lady face, because she came to the stage first. I got down to her face and I said, you are not attractive. And then the nigga, listen to me though. The nigga came up and snatched the mic out of my hand. He snatched it so fast, I could still feel it. Like the mic got amputated. You know what I'm saying? And so, nigga, he could have blew my shit out. I would still be dead right then if the nigga, because how vulnerable I was. I had it, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't working out like that.
The mic was still on my hand.
I can feel it, Tom. I was still talking to it and everything. I'm like, everybody, y'all tip the bartender. You know what I'm saying? So
you gotta look down and realize
security get into the fight. Security tossed me the mic back. And this is one of my most famous things I ever did. Ask Ron Taylor. He tossed me the mic back. I caught the mic on stage, resumed myself, and began roasting the nigga again out the door, talking all kind of shit. And they was like, oh, this nigga CP out cold. Nigga, I was scared as fuck. Called my niggas immediately. Nigga, get up here with the strap now. I done crossed the line. I have crossed the line. Remember what it happened tonight. I need y'all niggas to get up here. They gonna kill me.
Bruh, I told the story last time. I told her last time to hear when I was on here about the nigga who tried to rush the stage on me, and all I did was put the stool and the mic stand in between us like that was gonna do something, but I was so scared. This motherfucker's like 6'2", and look, this is how scared I was. After Zooming with the homies, I called to hear like, remember that part I was talking about? Can we like edit a little bit of that just in case this nigga sees this? I want to go back to Richmond one day.
Tone, what made him rush the stage? What made him? What was the thing that said?
You know, I mean, I would love to be able to be like, I said something crazy, but I didn't. I was actually giving him that, you know, you give people like, you know, I'm gonna give you 2 passes, and then the third one, I'm gonna have to say something. And I was still very light with it, but it was one of those, hey man, if you give me a second, I'm like 5 minutes out from closing. I was like, give me a second. But this girl was smoking in the club, like a vape or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not even talking about that. Just like we winding down. Just give me a second. Everybody's having a good time, you know, get everybody on my side, all that shit. And this nigga decides he's gonna stand up. And I didn't get what it was. He stood up, this nigga rotated his neck and arms, and I was like, oh my. I was like, I clutched my pearls. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God, he is so serious.
He's coming. He on the way.
He's serious about this. And then all I said was I kind of tried to flip it back, but he was already on his way. It didn't matter to him because I kind of just flipped it like, okay, what he don't understand is that he don't have a microphone. Can't nobody come here to see like, and so like playing it like he wasn't in the room no more. And this nigga just went off and came toward me, and I was leaning on the wall acting like I was cool, but like CP said, I was scared as fuck.
What you do? Did you fight him? What happened?
No. So what happened? No, security came out. Security and the cooks came from the kitchen. One had a spatula. I bullshit you not. One of the cooks came like he was ready for the shit. Like,
in Richmond.
Like
I got you.
Like it was a hibachi spatula.
Richmond got the weird little round stage area too.
Yep. But it was cool, you know, and I fucks with that club heavy because all the men in the front row.
They got some little bitty bouncers too there. Like the dude is little, the head security
with the gloves on, with the gloves and the hat.
You talking about Richmond, right?
Yeah. My man with the backwards hat and the glove. And look, and every nigga in the front row who's like coming to watch turned their chairs and was like, yo man, we ain't gonna let it happen to you. You good? Like they was gonna take care of it, but security came.
You know what? Now that you mention it, I want to say something. They didn't come to the stage, but a whole family got thrown out while I was on stage in Richmond. A whole family. They were just crazy drunk from the beginning. It almost turned into in Richmond, and a little head security dude, a little guy, motherfucking end up scrapping up somebody. I was like, was that really necessary? But I guess they know that club better than me.
Bro, here's the crazy part: is they took this fool outside. It was SWAT and Highway Patrol's Christmas party, ugly Christmas sweater party, and they got wind of this, and all them stopped the party and came out and took care of this shit. That shit was wild, like 30 of them, and I was like, we ain't asking for all that, man. The dude just needed to calm down. It wasn't
right.
But it was wild to watch, like 30 motherfuckers come down the escalator, the restaurant upstairs.
So they got him before he got to you.
Yeah, they got him out that little side door in Richmond, that little side exit door next to the stairs.
Right there.
Yeah.
Hey,
most of y'all know Kev on stage. Like y'all know Kev. He's a good dude. He ain't from the streets. He don't never claim to be. Like he's a clean comic, does good material. We're in Philly. This is, I want to say a year ago. Was this last year? It might have been last year on tour in Philly. Great show thus far. Tony killed, I killed, all of that. I'm at the bar grabbing a drink. Kev's on stage. Some dude just was like, hey man, fuck you, nigga. Out the blue. Stand up. This nigga corny, man. Fuck this nigga, man. Fuck you, Kev. I'm standing right there, and I can't, it takes a minute for it to register. I'm hella territorial with my friends, right? Like if me and Tone out and a nigga disrespect him, I'm gonna hit the nigga before Tone get a chance to say something. I'm hella territorial with my friends, right? So he says it again, fuck you, nigga. At this point, I'm like, hey, my nigga, hey, come right here. Let me holler at you real quick, right? And his girl's trying to pull him out. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he drank too much or what, but like I've never seen that type of response to Kev telling a joke about his wife. That's it. That was the joke. He wasn't talking to the audience or nothing, literally telling a joke. They snatched that nigga up so fast, it was like the cops were already there waiting for him because they knew he was going to be a problem when they saw him.
That nigga hated his perspective so much.
But the problem is,
nigga, I hate your perspective.
My wife don't love me like that.
Hey, but we all know there's just some niggas who leave the house that plan on fucking shit up.
Yeah.
That's
No.
they plan. When they getting dressed, they're gonna go to the club and fuck with some people. That's what they
I
do.
remember being. I was with Tony Rock in Schaumburg. Not Schaumburg. What's the club in downtown Chicago? Like right below the theater. It's a theater down there.
Zanies.
No, it's about around the corner from Zanies because down.
It might be a punch. It's a punchline now. No, it's a laugh factory there.
Okay, so me and Tony Rock doing it. It's where the stage where you can see the green room. Like I could see him, right? I just get on stage. I'm like, "What's up, Chicago?" It's like, "What's up?" I said, "Man, I'm from Texas, man. I grew up a cowboy. Fuck the Cowboys, right?" I looked at Tony, right? Tony was like, "Just go on, right?" And then I said, "Nigga," I said something that wasn't funny, like an angry response, like them niggas, right? And then the nigga Tony was like, "No, nigga, like you handling it wrong, right?"
Wrong. Stop.
That nigga said, "Fuck you," and stood up, right? The nigga had a white girl. I said, "Oh, you playing tough." I said, "You just trying to impress her. Real niggas don't give a fuck about, just talking cash shit." He said, "Okay, nigga." And he left, right? He left the show.
That's when you should have left too.
Look.
Hey, guys, let me wrap this up. Good night.
In my mind, I was like, damn. All right, now he left. I don't know where he is. His girl is still there. So I'm like, he always act like that, trying to make a joke, right? So boom, finish my set. Tony's dying laughing, right? I was like, the nigga left. Right. After the show, I'm trying to sell my DVDs. I got family in Gary, right? And I'm like, how quickly, right? Nigga, I'm outside. I swear to God, a cop came up to me. He's like, "What's up, bro? I'm an undercover cop." He's like, "I saw what happened. Do you want me to stand here with you while you say it?" And I said, "No, man, I'm straight."
"Yes, sir. Please."
Hold on. I said, "No, man, I'm straight." That nigga took 2 steps. I said, "Yo. Just till I'm done." Yeah.
If you got the time.
If you can find it in the kindness of your heart.
You have it in your heart. You have it in your heart.
What's that spot? What's that spot in Chattanooga? Rod, you probably know it. What's that spot in Chattanooga?
The Comedy Catch?
Oh, because that joint, I played that joint twice, and the owner walk you out to the car with a pistol.
Yeah.
He like you get paid, and he's like, "Let me walk you out."
You be like, "Do I need this?"
I know most of us are getting paid in cash. Shit.
Hey, the scariest shit when they tell you, "Oh yeah, they'll kill you, brother. They'll kill you real quick out here." You know what I mean? Matter of fact, they kill the shit out of you.
You go back to Atlanta tonight.
You be like, "Oh goddamn."
But then Ruben Wright said that someday come to be reckless, to fuck up shit on purpose.
Nigga, DMX said in one of the songs, I forgot what song he said, "I knew what I was doing it. Exactly when I was doing it, seeing niggas having a good time and I would ruin it." And I was like, when I that line, I always remember that because I was like, that's really how niggas be. Niggas see you having a good time, they be like, "Finna fuck up this nigga day real quick."
But here's the thing, though.
Sound like my mother-in-law. Shit.
Here's the thing for all of us. We know on stage we can't get punked by no means, but you got to be able to read the room, man. Sometimes you see a nigga in the audience, you be like, "Yo, man, maybe I shouldn't fuck with this dude." Like I remember one night years ago at the Townhouse, Joe Torre was on stage. Joe Torre kept fucking with this dude on stage.
Man, I heard this story. I heard this one.
Yo, I was there, bro.
I heard this one.
So Joe is killing this nigga. Dude was like, "Go on, man." Like when a nigga tell you "go on, man," like 2 times, "Go on, man."
One time it's over. Niggas say, "Go on, man."
You need to leave.
All right, cool. Yeah, you ain't go laugh. All right, cool. Yeah.
So CP, this nigga gets up and he leaves. So I don't know if anybody's ever been to the Townhouse. There's like a door, and then as soon as you come through the door, there's a bar, and then there's a showroom. So there's like a narrow aisle. So I'm at the bar with my boy. We talking, and this is how crazy when surreal shit happened. The door open, I see somebody with a t-shirt tied around their face where you can just see their eyes.
Before Corona, nigga?
Hey.
Before Corona, nigga. So nigga.
You can't just be out here wearing the mask pre-March.
Yo, this motherfucker got a t-shirt. I'm so fucking goofy. I go to my boys like, "Look at this dumb nigga with a t-shirt on." As I said that, motherfucker had 2 guns. As soon as I seen the guns, we took off. We dove. The bar is like an L shape. We dove on the L of the bar. This nigga's letting off in the fucking room like crazy.
Really?
What?
Oh, dude. So my boy is hit. This nigga said, "Rube, I'm hit." I said, nigga, we got to get to the kitchen. I can't stay in this fucking corner. I said, just hold on to me, nigga. I'm going to pull you through. So as soon as the shooting stopped, I grabbed this nigga. We ran straight to that line where the kitchen is on the other side of the room, right? And dude just shot up the place and fucking left, man. But
that's that story where like two people got hit, right? So your boy got hit and somebody else got hit.
My boy got hit right next to me, dude.
And somebody got shot. Somebody got shot in the ass.
Probably.
Because I heard this story a minute ago.
Boy live?
What year was it, Rube?
Your boy live?
This had to be like 99 or some shit like that. 2000.
This one,
This
LA.
when Hope Flood.
LA,
This when Hope
yeah.
Flood.
Hope Flood and Juan Dexter.
Yes. Bruh, that shit was crazy, dude. That shit. And one thing about Joe, man, that motherfucker was consistent with how he went. That's why. I got rushed on the stage. At the Punchline in San Francisco, working with Joe.
Really?
Because you know how because you know how he get the crowd riled up. So niggas look at me, think that I can't go. So it was Rapping Forte. Rapping Forte, nigga.
Oh, that's a gang ass nigga.
Yeah. Hey,
now, I got all Rapping Forte's albums, nigga. That nigga's really with the shits.
I can't remember what I said to the nigga, but you know when your homeboys start laughing, then you fucking get mad. So all his niggas kept, I said something, all his niggas laughing. Rapping Forte comes to the stage. I grab the mic stand. This motherfucker reach and he pulls out, it looked like 10 grand and fucking spread it on the stage. Nigga, my heart stopped beating. When the nigga reached, you didn't know what he was gonna do. He just pulled out money and put it on the stage.
Oh,
that's the type of crowd. Yeah, just to show how much money, how much money.
I had a dude roll up on me when I lived in England.
I'm sorry. 1 second, Rodney. Did he do that so you could have the money?
No, nigga. I said something about him being broke, I think.
He changed the energy of the room with that shit though, comfortably. For him,
Yes.
he was uncomfortable as fuck, but he was, yeah.
Nigga, it was very uncomfortable. But
I thought you could have it.
Only if you didn't drop low.
Thank you, Forte.
Thank you, Forte. He was cool though. You know how you roast niggas, then afterwards they be cool and shit. He was a cool dude. But
right.
When you roast a nigga, man, that's the thing, man. You got to be careful because some dudes can't take that fucking ego bruise. They can't take it, man.
Unless you interrupt what I'm talking about, I don't usually go to you.
You said what?
I don't usually roast somebody unless like you talking, unless you interrupting me. You know what I mean? Or like unless you just so out of pocket in what you're doing, I might talk to you. But I ain't never been I'm a roast just cause my personality. I know you gonna get mad. I don't know how to joke my way out of this. We just gonna be two mad niggas. It's gonna be uncomfortable.
It's just, I think it's some cats, man, they just don't want to take it from certain people, especially when they with their girl and you roast them in their girl.
That's the worst thing you can do because that nigga he gonna gain his masculinity back by any means necessary.
But that just depend on the nigga. Like if a nigga roast me when I'm with my girl, that'd be my opportunity to show my girl, like, see, this why I told you people shouldn't fuck with me. Watch this. And then he'll be like, that'd be my opportunity to be like, hey, watch this, babe. This why I be telling you. My man said it first, right? Because you said I be starting shit. Watch how I do cram sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, But I guess that's how like Mike Tyson feel. When niggas act tough, he be out like, see, I wasn't even trying to be on this, but okay. Somebody gotta get out the fuck out. I already, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
CP, first time on stage, where were you and what'd you do? First time on stage?
I was at the Boss Life Lounge. I was working in advertising. I was an advertising executive. At the time, I had just sold probably one of the biggest commercials of that year, Walmart Christmas commercial. Biggest company in the country, biggest shopping day. I felt like I could do anything. So I was like, fuck it. I want to try stand up because I'm always the funny guy at the office, etc. Came up, hollered at Foolish, told Foolish like, man, let me get 5 minutes tonight. He was like, all right, bet. I came in early. So I went back that night and I had some of my frat brothers with me. My mom caught wind. She came up. Everybody. I'm extremely funny. I'm a very, very, very super roasty individual, and quick witted. And so this night I went up, man, and I destroyed. I got 5 minutes, a hot 5 minutes. My set was about how come like it was like some, you know, early comedian shit. How come like we don't talk about big pussy women? All we talk about is big dick niggas. And it's like, you know, it's some pothole pussies in here, and you be fucking around and fucking it. Bam, chip a tooth because the pussy.
I did that last weekend.
You say what?
I did that whole word last weekend. That shit still work.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so you know, it killed. And I remember like Food was like, man, that was good, man. He's like, come back next week, you know, and you know, do it again. Tell motherfuckers it's your first time. That shit was excited. Motherfuckers be excited. So I came back next week, and some of the people who was in the bar, they knew me from that last week. They're, hey man, pothole pussy here. What up, pothole? You gonna do that pothole pussy shit tonight? I'm like, I don't know, man. They like, man, you better, man. It was funny. So then they start buying me beers. Everybody who know me know I don't drink. 2 Heinekens, and I'm out of there. My mom didn't invited my cousins. My mom didn't invited like because I killed so hard.
For your second time, they invited the whole family came out.
The whole family came out because I killed so hard, Tone, that it was like, oh, bet, like he has found his thing. You know, y'all remember how funny Krys is? Watch what he gonna do, nigga. I went up there. I kind of was like a little hazy. I couldn't remember anything, so I started roasting people. It was a gentleman sitting in the audience, big fat black nigga. I said, look at this big nigga over here. Look like 3 niggas hugging, right? Everybody is laughing, right? But this nigga is a comedian named Black Coffee. And this nigga is like,
that nigga's a brilliant comedian. Yeah, Black is dope.
Black Coffee. Super aggressive comedian too. He's like an ex-Marine. He said, this nigga said, oh, really? He said, I would like to go next. And I was like, what the fuck? Food was like, man, why you do that, man? Goddamn, like, nigga. Like, he's like, nigga, if you can't remember your shit, don't fuck my shit up. You know, it was like, I saw like the underbelly of comedy real quick. So like, I'm like, all right. So this nigga come up to the stage, this nigga said, look at this bitch ass nigga right here. I'm gonna break him down for y'all. He thinks he could do comedy. This ain't for you, little nigga. And it was, nigga, my mom was like, you sure you want to do this? It was over. Like, nigga, it was bad, bro. It was bad, dog. And so, you know, I think at that point, I had the polar opposite. I had bombed and I had killed. And the crazy thing is, to kill is to become a fiend.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you're a crackhead from then on.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To kill is like, oh, I need that feeling. I need that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what just, I didn't even, you know, I was hurt about bombing, but I knew I wanted to get to the kill side. I needed that.
There ain't no other, I can't think of a better feeling than killing a fucking room.
Yeah.
See, I mean, I look back at doing stand-up and thinking I had a similar experience. The first time I did stand-up, I fucking killed. So you kind of wonder, I always admire people who bombed all the time, and then they just
they make that turn that corner,
and turn. I admire that, because part of you goes, man, if I would have fucking bombed the first time, I have to believe I'd have kept going, but that shit, man.
Yeah, I think that
how do y'all react when somebody bombs and you know they finna come off stage? Does everybody kind of dip? Or
you can't touch me. You cannot touch me.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I haven't went up. You can't touch me.
Oh, listen. What's his name?
Man.
The first time I opened for him, I called Rodney, because I remember calling you, Rodney, because I went up to him and I was like, "Hey, man, I'm a big fan of yours, dog. I used to watch it. I wrote in Living Color this." He was like, he looked at me like, I called Rodney. I was like, nigga, he disrespected. Like, I'm trying. He said, Sydney, in comedy, they got to find out if you're funny first. Like, if you're not funny, maybe he don't want to hang around you and establish a relationship. And I was like, oh, cut to, I forget the nigga name, but he bombed in the Union, right? Really bad, right? Where I think it's funny sometimes, because I know if you keep doing it, you're going to get better, nigga.
Sydney, I'm right here.
Right. No, nigga. Everybody came up to me like, Sydney, go talk to him. Like, they nominated me. I said, why I gotta talk to him? They was like, just because, man, from a perspective, I was like, let that nigga sit in it for a minute and, like, you know, just, he'll be okay, nigga. But like, everybody's like, somebody gotta talk. So I had to be like, hey, what's up, bro? Look, man, just keep doing it. You know what I mean? You got to give me advice, but it was like, it's fun to see the bomb, like, cause you're gonna remember it, nigga. You're gonna feel like it's a story.
You gotta take that.
Man.
You gotta take that L, take that lesson. I remember like, Rodney, because I met you when you was in Atlanta, when I was in Atlanta working, and then you popped up into the club, and then you was like, Rod said, hey, he popped up, was like, oh man, good set. And I was like, but also this is probably 5-6 years ago. I had just been headlining maybe 2 years. And of course, I've known Rodney Perry for 20 years now. I've been watching Rodney for forever. So when he came, you get that moment too. You're like, man, but now I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck about nobody in this room. But if I bomb in front of Rodney,
man, it's worse bombing in front of your friends.
Bruh.
Like you have a bad show, it's bittersweet because
I mean, especially your big brother that you're looking at you like this.
Oh man, they be like, nigga, why would you even do that joke? Why would you think that would work here?
One, I didn't even know he knew me, right? I didn't even know you knew me. And then we started chopping it up. I was cool. And I was like, I wish that we'd have talked after the set. God damn.
Hey, I think the funniest bomb I ever saw was somebody else bombing after they were talking about how good they were going to be and they were going to go up there, they were going to kill it. Dude did so bad. He pissed the crowd off so bad. Afterwards, the club owners closed the little green room and like, let me talk to you for a second. This nigga was so mad. He left his whole mother at the club.
No.
She later on came up. She's like, "You were very funny. Do you know where my son is?" Told me his name. I was like, he left like an hour and a half ago. I don't even know how to get home.
He said, "Sure, don't worry about me. I made a home safe text."
I had to drive this bitch home, and my life was suspended. I had to risk it all. Man, I texted him the next day. I was like, "You are a terrible son."
I'd have been like, "That's so crazy, bye, wow."
Was this out in LA, Chris? Chris,
listen,
was this out in LA? Okay, I'll call you later.
Hey,
I want to know, nigga.
I think bombing in front of your friends is always better because they're gonna roast you. They're gonna, you know what I mean? They're gonna roast you the whole time. When you bomb in front of fucking strangers, nigga, like you just want to go straight from the stage to your car and back to the fucking hotel or wherever you are. But if your homeboy bomb, we just gonna clown you for the next day.
6 years.
You know what I mean?
Here's the thing, Ruben. I never really trip about bombing in front of strangers. If there are no comics there, I always be like, all right, well, you guys been great. My name is Tone Bill. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. So I never worry about it switches up.
If I bomb, I always go, I was great, y'all were terrible. I just say y'all were terrible. I tell them they terrible.
Nothing
Chris is a saint. No, I'm not. Who is this?
Nothing funnier than watching one of your homeboys.
Hey, listen. I seen somebody bomb at a taping. I'm not gonna say his name. It was a taping. It was so bad that it was so bad because the dude looked depleted on stage, and like the last joke kind of got a laugh, and he was like, "At least y'all laughed at something." Got off the stage, and then Kev came up and was like, "Hey, listen, y'all, that brother right there," and had to give the motivation. Listen. So the way the club was set up, like you shoot in here, boom. Same place we shot Def Jam, the all Def Comedy, boom. Same.
Oh, okay.
So
Avalon.
Right there, outside. It's the door. Like if this was the door to the outside. My nigga was sitting down on his ass, like on the floor, and was just looking like this.
Is there another place to sit?
Dog. And I remember Joe Torre was like, "That's good for the motherfucker," right? He was like, it was a bunch of. Like, that's good, motherfucker. Now the motherfucker will learn. And I remember telling him the realest shit, dog. And it's true. It's like I went over there. I was like, "Hey, bro, get up, boy." And he was like, "Nah, man, And I was like, "The good thing is, no one gonna see this." He was like, "What you mean?" I was like,
"You're not getting aired.
They're not gonna air this, bro. Like, I don't even want you to think in your head 1 million people gonna see this." Just these niggas.
Joe Torre.
It goes the best bomb you never seen story.
Wait, Rodney. Before you say that, let me piggyback what Sid said. Remember when Joe Torre used to have this this call and response with the audience? When a nigga would bomb, he'd go, "He'll be back," and then the audience would go, "But not in this motherfucker."
I remember that.
Go ahead, Rod.
My soul would just hear that. No, so everybody knows when Cat blew up, right? It was the
Comedy Awards,
the BET Comedy Awards. I was the warm-up guy. Steve Harvey is the host. But that day,
I was there. I know what you're finna say.
That JB Smooth, who is a fabulous comedian. I've never seen JB bomb, but this day. So I'm hosting the Comedy Union the day before. JB come in and smash with the set. And so JB, they introduced JB. JB go out. He got the first set. JB go out, and something about comedy is once you get nervous and combine that with a speech impediment,
Bruh.
Because JB got a little fumbly. You know, his words got a little fumbly, and now all of a sudden he's bombing, and it's an industry bomb. It ain't a regular bomb.
Man, that's a different bomb.
That's a different bomb.
That's a different bomb. You can't fly to town on that when you live here.
It's this bomb. Like,
hey, you're gonna get a call from your agent.
oh, homie's still up there. Oh yeah, pay attention. Come on, everybody.
And you still on TV, like, oh.
So he bombs. 6 minutes. A half hour later, Cat go up, and I really believe that this is part of what made Cat even go, because the fact if Cat bombed that night, it's just a bad night for stand-ups. But Cat come out in that motherfucking leopard shoot. He had the girls throwing the fucking roses and shit. He walk out that motherfucker and do 6 life-changing minutes. He told me, he said, Rob, that day I went from $5,000 offers to $20,000 offers overnight. He changed from Money Mike to Cat Williams that day. And so he almost, on some level, owed that moment to JB, because if JB don't bomb, it might not have as much gravity.
Yeah. One of the funniest, Ian Edwards told me about JB's like, see, stay in the club a while. He goes, JB Smooth, two Daryl Heath, I was like cried in tears, and JB Smooth, the first time I seen him, I was in tears. So when I was there that night, I think with Ian, when I seen him bomb, it was the first time like I've ever seen him do bad. He always standing, crushes a room.
JB, let me tell you something.
But you gotta have those. I bombed at NACA. My second time NACA, I bombed at NACA in front of 3,000 kids, and me and Dean Edwards was bombing too. And I don't know what.
Why you don't? No.
Listen, Sydney. No, but Dean somehow saved it. His last 2 or 3 minutes, he turned that bitch around and got like a crazy, not a standing over.
Denzel brought him out.
Bruh, he didn't even do Denzel. I was waiting on Denzel. He didn't even do it. He pulled out some shit, saved his whole set. And I was like, God, I went up like after a goddamn juggler who was dropping knives. I don't know how he got booked. And then I went up and bombed like a motherfucker. I could not save this shit. But I was like, man, Dean saved his. I should have saved mine. Nothing worked. And Dean was had the same problem. And
how many dates you booked?
2 years 45. Before, like 61. That year, 3.
Every year.
And when they booked me, they were like, we remember you from 2 years ago. They say nothing about my set this time.
They always remember the bad. They never remember the good. Chris, what was your worst set, Chris?
Worse?
A 1-on-1.
Oh man, there were a few. The worst.
Yeah, for real. She said that was.
Gotta be honest. Where the fuck was it? It wasn't Boston. It was Dorchester, like right off of it. Like it's the hood. I didn't know that because the dude. This was like when I first started out. I started out in Caroline, so I was used to the like high sedity pretty shit, and then this was my first time like doing the Chitlin circuit. So they were like, I'm gonna take you out, help you get your your feet wet. I was like, okay, thank you. Dude told me we were going to go to Boston. We did not go to Boston. We went to the hood on the outskirt of Boston. Go in there.
That's Boston.
And man, no.
Boston, black hood or white hood? Because it's 2 different hoods in Boston.
It was black. It was black.
There's a lot of Somalians in Boston. I didn't know that.
No, they had machetes, but they were not Haitian. They were just fucking criminals. Went in there. They had like hair ties and shit on. Ankle bracelets. Shit scared the hell out of me. I was so shook. I actually laughed so hard I peed myself. Like that was the worst.
How old were you?
Shit.
How old was I?
On stage?
Listen, I am not. Listen, I had on dark pants. Only I knew it happened. Okay, but the fact is, I was like,
See, that's a blessing because you could have been wearing khakis.
Yeah.
I ain't got good.
Won't he do it? Won't he put you in some dark pants when you need it? Hello.
Never smell my pee. I drink a gallon and a half a day. You will never smell my pee, but I knew it was there.
Dominique, how was your first? How was your first OnlyFans video?
Yeah.
OnlyFans.
Girl, no, listen, yo, it's a girl in my DMs right now. One of your fans that it's like, so how's it coming? When you gonna send me those pictures? Like it's been different weeks and she's changed her name, but not her photo. I'm like, so it's the same person, but she like want to see my titties. I'm like, all right, give me.
Are you gonna send it?
No, I'm not gonna send it. I don't understand.
Why even tell us about it then?
Oh
God! All right,
we all looked up waiting on answers. So you gonna?
You know what though? One day you gonna look up and you're gonna be old as hell and nobody gonna want to see your titties. You're gonna be like, man, I should have showed that young lady my titties.
My doctor said my titties ain't dropping, so apparently I'm good.
Hey, carpe diem them titties.
You good?
That's crazy. I told you.
Yeah, I've been noticing all the little roses and shit. They're like tender lovings, roses, heart emojis.
Yeah, I guess I got a little hive.
So
they said you have storm energy.
Krys, what's the most disrespectful thing a male comic has said to you?
You smell like piss. Whoa.
That's the most honest thing a nigga can say.
No, I'm just bullshit. But if a nigga said it, he'd be like, no, I don't. And then he'd get banned. But secretly
drinking water.
You pissed on yourself.
Nah,
so,
I'll tell you, it was that same night. Like the whole thing was fucked up. The dude that had brought me there afterwards, I went. We went to this little pizza place. I changed clothes, came out. We got the.
You had extra pants on you?
Listen, before I got married, I kept a whole bag, several of them. I knew what time it was. What time it could be at any time. God knows my heart. So we went to this little pizza spot, and afterwards we're getting ready to get in the car because he lived in Connecticut. At the time I was living in Jersey, drove back, and we get in the car and I'm seeing him like having this like weird up and down motion, and I'm seeing the light glowing from his phone. He's like, you want to see something? What do you mean? What do I want to see? Dude is sitting there jerking off in my passenger seat. I didn't even notice this shit. Not only does he proceed to show me what's on his phone, but it's him. It's a home sex tape that he made. This was the weirdest looking dick I've ever seen in my life. Huh?
Wait, I missed it.
So the nigga was trying to show you his latest movie. And here you are, because he know you in entertainment. Go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead. Because the nigga sound creative.
You can change your pants, but I can't do me.
I can't do me?
I can't do me? You can pee on yourself, but I can't do me.
He was masturbating in your passenger seat?
In my passenger seat. And the fucked up part about it is I was more mad about the fact that he had just put his hands in the leftover pizza box before he did it. That's all I could think about. I was like, I'm still hungry. God damn it. Yeah. Then he walked home, or however the fuck he got home. Yeah. So it wasn't a disrespectful thing.
So you made him get out?
Yeah. See, listen, y'all let people run up on.
How did he have this much time? I don't
you
know.
Gonna get the fuck up out my car.
Tony, you know it don't take shit to unzip your pants. He probably ain't unfastened.
But it take two hands.
No, not to unzip your pants.
Bro, not if you wearing sweatpants or some kind of jogging suit.
Yo, you can't look. Who masturbates through a zipper?
I mean, listen.
High school boys.
Back then, bro, the big Jordan.
Rodney, you know what I'm saying.
Rodney, you know
exactly. Don't nobody jerk off through a zipper. It don't go down like that.
Yes, they do. Little dick man. You
don't show your penis for very at least semi-hard.
Listen, my old girl told me a nigga was jacking off while he gave her a hug in her doorstep, and she didn't know it.
I hope she slammed the door on it.
She didn't know it.
Ladies, y'all don't want that church. Y'all want that church hug with a lot of room. It's a lot of possibilities that can go down inside that little room. That's what she get. Be close to post somebody
for dating a nigga with sweatpants on. That's what she get for that.
Hey, or a little jogging suit.
Somebody asked me, did I let him?
Wow, yo, that shit is wild as hell, bro.
How? Because she didn't feel his arm like.
I mean, if it was a church, like, listen, if it's one of those right there, the nigga just like he doing it on the low like this, like you don't even see my arm moving, but I'm doing the motion. And when they get doing that,
I'll tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. Back in the day,
I've known you for a decade now. Your wrist ain't that strong.
Look on your face did change.
You see these little baby penises? They don't move the arm. It's just this. It's just
What
thumb.
is that?
That's all they
I
do.
don't know any of
is that a mace? What was that?
Baby,
Mace in your house?
Why are you walking around with baby dicks on your Zoom?
Here's the thing.
First of all,
is that on your key ring?
And also, this offends me, by the way. Don't do this.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Like you out here just molesting a lighter.
I'll drop Krys off after the club. I see why she got the mace in the house. I understand why.
Indeed.
Yeah.
It's different there. Dominique, what's the wildest shit you've ever experienced?
during sex, or just in general life?
Just in general life.
Whatever come to your mind first. I like how you was like, I mean, during traffic, you was like, I mean, like, while I'm getting fucked, what y'all want?
She zoned out. Was it her own story?
She was like, from the back, or
soon as Dominique said during sex,
with a girl or a guy, like which one? What do you think?
Man, we from the same hood. You know what it's like trying to survive parties back at home, get shot at, bullets landing by you. You know, it's just.
Hey, I will say this. A few years back, I stumbled into this little corner of Pornhub where it was like
you
stumbled.
Listen, it'd be like I stumbled. It was. You know how it'd be like suggesting, like, what got me here? Let's retrace our steps. Anyway,
I don't like when they suggest shit.
Listen though,
feel like a bad
family
person.
strokes.
Listen though. This shit was like it was a dude on the bus or like a crowded subway. He doing like this. There's a chick in front of him, and then he keep bumping into her. Next thing you know, 7 niggas is fucking this chick on the bus, and it was like, man. Next thing you know, I'm like 18 videos in. I didn't subscribe. I didn't.
You didn't know this was a genre.
Yeah,
I
you
had no
touched
idea.
gangbang is what you did.
No, nigga, it's called crowded bus. I don't know what it is.
That's a thing in Japan.
In Japan, it's all blurred out. It's not even real porn because it's all blurred out.
Real quick,
Not that I
why do you know this? Why do you know that that's a whole genre?
You can tell by them headphones that what she be watching.
Sydney, they kicking you out of IKEA.
Mind your business.
Hey, you can watch it in anime too. They got cartoons of it.
They kicking you out of IKEA, Sydney.
I love
Hey, that's hilarious.
Sitting over there folding clothes.
That's what it looked like.
What is he doing?
Now, let me tell you. Let me
Let me get these washcloths right quick.
Hey, let me tell you one of the best lessons I ever learned in comedy. So, D.L. Hughley was my first mentor in comedy. He used to host this place called the Birdland West. Now, the Birdland West was like imagine a whole showroom full of CPs. Everybody in this motherfucking can roast everybody. So when I first started, like probably a lot of us, we was known for roasting. So I used to give DL all these fucking bags. So me and DL became real cool. He used to host at the Comedy Act Theater, and I used to give DL, bags and shit so he can go back and forth with hecklers. So one night it was AJ Johnson, TDP, Terrence Porter. Some of you guys might know him. He's in the clique with Jamie Foxx.
Speedy Comedy Corner, yeah.
Yeah. So T used to be my dude. So one night DL is on stage and he just fucking around and I'm lighting DL's ass up. When I tell you I'm wearing this nigga out and DL's on stage and he so brilliantly goes to the audience. Packed house, we was just going back and forth. I was winning. DL goes, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ruben Paul in the back. Whole fucking crowd goes crazy. He goes, y'all want to see Ruben perform? Everybody's like, yeah. It's like, Ruben, come up here and perform. So nigga, my chest is pumped out because I've been wearing this nigga out for like the last 7 minutes, killing him. I go on stage, he goes, ladies and gentlemen, the nigga you've been hearing in the back, give it up for Ruben Paul. I go up, DL goes and sits in the front row. Every premise, every line that came out of my mouth, this nigga was destroying me. When I say this nigga heckled me to the point, where I couldn't win. It was nothing I could say that would be funny. Like I would say a punchline, he was like, you said the shit. How come you didn't use the shit you was using in the back, nigga? Like he was killing me. He was killing me to the point where I just had to say good night, nigga. DL runs up to the stage, nigga. He couldn't hop on the stage fast enough, nigga, and did like 15 minutes on how bad I just fucking bombed, nigga. Yo, humiliation of getting roasted in front of a sold out room, but it just showed you the brilliance. Like he knew at that one point he couldn't win.
If you end this story with, and that's why that nigga fell out 2 weeks ago. I'm I say all that to say this. Fuck
I say that to say this. I'm glad that nigga got the cover.
Oh my God.
Hey, you know, Rob, man,
Niggas is different. Y'all niggas is different. But I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ruben.
The brilliance of it was for him to recognize, like, okay, I'm about to switch the tables in my advantage. Like he knew what he was doing. I had no idea he was gonna heckle me off the stage. I had no idea. I thought he was gonna let me rock for real.
Brilliant or mean as fuck.
Like he dangled that carrot and you fell for that shit.
Both. I fell for that shit. When I tell you that nigga destroyed me, he was like, nigga, I can't let you win. It's my show, nigga. Like we laugh about it to this day, but that's one of the moments, man, where you see that veteran experience fucking Jedi mind trick you.
That's amazing. Real quick, I want to, because we're getting down to like the last 19 minutes. Real quick, we got 2,500 people watching. We only got 868 likes. If we can get the likes up to 1,200 or close to 1,200, that'd be amazing, guys. Tone, real quick, while I got you on the thing, how's next Wednesday work for you for Wording Is Hard? It's a private studio. So
next Wednesday.
Book a nigga live. You can't say no, nigga. He booking you live.
No, 15th. I'm hey, Sydney, change hats again. Let me have a moment. 15th, that should be good. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's one last person I got an email tonight. What's off limits when it comes to comedy? I want to ask that to everybody here.
Niggas kids. That's easy. Niggas kids, bro.
Who's kids?
Come on.
Yeah, I'm talking about material. And I bring this up because recently.
Well, let me say this. Can I answer that real quick?
Well, let me set the parameters real quick. I bring this up because recently, some content creators I work with, one of them had a video that resurfaced, and in the video they made a Trayvon Martin joke, and because of that, they got a lot of backlash. I made a response video to it. I said it's never a good time to make a Trayvon Martin joke. Somebody that was assassinated in cold blood, a teenager with no weapon, unarmed. It's never a good time to make that type of joke. So, what is off limits for y'all?
For me, anything that you can't intelligently explain why you saw the humor in is off limits. See, like with me, bro, I say a lot of crazy shit, but if you ask me about it, I can explain to you what I saw funny about it. And if you can't respect that, then fuck you. But I told you why I thought the shit was funny. Nigga, you're not in charge of my thoughts. I give you why I think it's funny. Here's why it's clever. Here's why it was necessary. And nigga, get off my dick. That's it. That's all you can say to somebody.
I mean, I think it comes, part of it feels like it comes like reading the room, because I'm edgier depending on if I read it right to go. I can go this direction more so that if it's a little younger or if it's way too old, like I want to be respectful. But as far as like verbiage, I think CP said it exactly right. Like if I'm not going to put something out there that, one, I shouldn't have to defend, but if you question me, I'm going to make it make sense. It's going to work. And then you might be in your feelings about something, but also we get this real big problem now. It's like, just because you're uncomfortable don't mean you're offended. So I'm not about to give you too much credit on allowing me to try to box in my art. I'm gonna get it out. Sometimes I'm not gonna paint the perfect picture every time, but it's still my art. So you're gonna have to back that shit up. If you don't like it, you don't like it, but you're not offended either.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily agree with being able to justify certain things by saying like, well, I told you why I was clever, this is why it's funny. There has to start being some sort of tact and just general caring. We're all very capable of being extremely funny with any topic, but when you have to think back, comedy is something that people, or I should say a comedy show is something that people go to watch to not have to think about the things that frustrate them, hurt them, make them mad, make them upset. I never want to be the cause for someone to have their night be fucked up because I took them to a place that they couldn't get out of, because it just legitimately was not funny. Like a Trayvon joke will never be fucking funny to anybody. It doesn't even have to be Trayvon's family or his friends. I mean, there are too many people that have lost their children to gun violence. So things like that, if you have to think about it, if you have to justify like, but nah, man, this shit's funny, and I'm gonna tell you why, just fall back. There's so many things that we could talk about.
I hear what you're saying, Krys, and it sounds like what you're saying is that there's a time and a place for everything, which I think is always implied. I think that, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's not a what, it's a when sometimes that things are said, because really what's funny is funny, and it is our job to say what's funny and what is the I call it the blue lining. Not
make Trayvon's death.
But see,
funny.
Trayvon is something that is like, it is very hard, in my opinion, to find something funny about that. And even the joke that was said wasn't even funny, in my opinion, which leads me to be like, okay, there's nothing funny in that, right? But I got a joke about Harriet Tubman. People be like, well, how could you say you was Harriet Tubman? I say it was very simple. I think she's probably one of the strongest Black women to ever live. So to put her in a vulnerable situation puts every single other Black woman in that situation without even having to say it. So therefore, it's like, I use her as a metaphor to show the strength of Black women. And so then it becomes like, okay, I see what you're saying. But if you just want to take it at face value and say that some things are off limit, if you can find it, then I can't, because I need my shit to be justified, I just can't crucify somebody for their creativity.
My thing is this. Hold on, I'm sorry. I feel like this. I feel like a lot of like what you're talking about when you say Trayvon jokes. I feel like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel like them jokes come from Black comedians. I feel like every time a Black celebrity dies or a Black person dies, white comics take this what they think is genius or clever writing to and they're not reading the room because they always do it where they're comfortable. You understand? So they make these jokes about Trayvon, make these jokes about Kobe, and it's like deemed as smart, or it's deemed as like edgy, or it's like, nah, it's not even funny, right? But you do it in rooms that you feel comfortable. And I think that's not even, I think that's to me way more what she's speaking to the Trayvon stuff, because I don't see any Black comedian making Trayvon jokes about a nigga dying.
I mean, but Sydney, it could even be Black. I mean, the truth of the matter is a lot of us will sit here and worship a lot of the veterans like a Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, or, you know, even bring it to a white comic like a George Carlin. But a lot of us are not at that level, and nobody wants to say it. And these men did not have to
talk about certain things, though. I just think it's like cool.
But,
I think,
but at a level where they don't have to be hurtful to people and talk about things that are very triggering for people to still be funny.
Well, let me ask a question. Let me ask a question.
Agree with that, though.
Well, y'all don't have to.
Well,
I'm not. We all have our.
And we're talking about a joke where the through line is a subject matter that you should not touch, not as far as making a reference about something to take that step for a punchline, right? I mean, because there's clearly like I can drop a reference in a story I'm telling to make sure that you're aware that I'm quote unquote woke, right? I can tell a story about being in my neighborhood and now I don't feel comfortable. I gotta jog my dog backwards around houses under construction. You know what I mean? Like I gotta feel so uncomfortable in my neighborhood. You know what I mean? If I were to try to put that together, clever enough to go, like if I got the joke right, where I can go, I'm giving you my narrative, and I'm also keen enough to go, hopefully y'all catch it. But this is not about that. This is about my story. But let me make a reference so that don't think I'm not paying attention and trying to make you listen. I think there's a balance there, because if the through line is something in a joke in that manner, I agree 100%. But also, I think a reference is kind of a different thing.
Let me hear Ruben. I don't say it. Let me get Ruben real quick.
So here's the thing, guys. Someone is always going to be offended when they come to a comedy club. Absolutely. Anybody who can find anything to be offended by. And as Rodney knows, I don't know if some of you guys know, I write with a lot of comedians. And one of the first questions I always ask is, why are you telling this joke? Why do you think this is funny? So I think intent, no matter what the subject matter, if you can define exactly why you're saying what you're saying, if there's a purpose behind what you're saying, you can always find the humor in it. using the example of Trayvon Martin, if you're going to do a Trayvon Martin joke, it's like, why are you doing this joke? What's your purpose of doing this joke?
Right.
What's funny about this to you? That's the conversation you'd have for any comic who's a technician and who really wants to make a point about a joke. And it's not just using shock value.
That's what I was trying to say.
But that was the point that I was trying to get across.
Let Paul go.
After she responds.
Go ahead. I think that's what I was saying. A lot of comedians right now, and it's not, I also won't go into the narrative of it's only white comics doing this, because a lot of Black comics talk badly or talk down about Black people as well. But the problem is you need to be able to tell somebody to go to hell and make them enjoy the trip. A lot of people right now that are calling themselves comedians and using that platform and taking that mic, they're just telling people go to hell. Ain't nobody enjoying it. And that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, like shock value.
Yeah. I think one big problem in comedy is a lot of young comics especially just want the laugh at all costs.
Oh, yeah.
What it takes to get the laugh. And as you develop as a comic, sometimes laughter is relevant. Like, you're going to have a show and you're going to be able to make people laugh. But what point am I trying to make? What am I trying to say? What am I trying to convey to the audience? What do I want them to feel? Like, there's a whole level that a lot of comics don't even think about because they just want the laugh. Because that's what when you first start doing comedy, all you want to do is make the audience laugh. That's it.
And also like it takes time. You have to. I think and it wasn't disrespectful. But actually, I mean, I think some people like us won't be affected by it, like some people will. But I remember doing a bit for like 6 months, and it was killing all the way up to the end, and then it just didn't close well. And then a comic told me, "Yo, man, I don't think that shit worked." And that shit, at first, it hurt my feelings. Then I was like, "Oh, this is a challenge.
Yeah,
I have to make it work, though. I got to keep doing it." But any joke like that, you have to keep working on. So it's going to take time. So it might not be right, and it might get taken wrong. You might be offended by it, but you got to give me a chance to get this shit right.
All right, let me get Rodney's response real quick, and then we're gonna get ready and close it out.
So I think on some level, everybody is absolutely correct. Every single one of y'all, every take. I think what Krys said about us having a certain responsibility is true, but we also have to be keepers of the word, in terms of there's freedom of speech. And so we got to always recognize that, but there is no freedom from getting your ass kicked. So you have to also be aware enough to know when you're pushing those buttons. And that's what being a professional is all about. Professionalism, like say for instance, like they talk about cops in this country. Well, at some point I expect you as a cop, a guy with a badge and a gun, to be professional enough to know the difference between somebody that's attacking and not. Well, as a professional comedian, you should be professional enough to know the situation. Somebody said read the room. Somebody said know the situation. Somebody said know my intent. All that's fair. I think all that's fair, and it's situation by situation, and it absolutely plays upon race lines. Like Sydney said, when you these white boys, when they think you're not around, they say some wild shit. And y'all all know that we do in the back room and say, "Oh, okay, that's what we doing." But at the same time, they have a right to say that, and it's okay for them to say it. But if you push, just know if you push the limit too far, somebody could be really upset enough to fuck you up.
Or just say it everywhere. Say it in every club, not just I'm sorry.
Right. If you do it in one place, do it everywhere.
Don't just say it in your main show. I can say any joke I do. I'll say it in front of any race because I know it's gonna be funny. You are catering.
But that audience. If you're white in this country, you could go your whole career and never play a black crowd.
Ever.
Yeah.
I think that what Rodney said and kind of what Tone said rings volume. It's like, yo, at any point you got freedom of speech. You can say absolutely whatever you want. You just got to know and understand and accept that there are going to be consequences to those things that you say. So you can try to push the envelope. You can try to be edgy. You can try to be get the people in with shock value, but just know that there may be dire consequences for anything you say, even with freedom of speech. Yeah, you won't get brought up on charges and all shit like that, but you may lose your fan base. You may lose some investors. You may lose some gigs or something because of that. So just know that, yeah, there is freedom of speech. You can say whatever the fuck you want to, but just know that everything has a consequence.
And
look, I'm gonna just say this real quick. I'm gonna say this real quick though. I feel like what I have a problem with sometimes as a comedian, and Rodney, I would love to hear your take on it, or at least let me know how you feel about it. I feel like people want to hear things like that from the comedians that they want to hear it from, and they want other comedians to stay in their place. If I don't know you, if I'm not familiar with your comedy like that, if I'm not comfortable with you, then I don't want you to be that kind of comedian. And I feel like as a comedian, it's very limiting for people to want to put us in these boxes when you don't know what I could be. I think that, you know, I do hear what you're saying about you got to be prepared to get your ass whipped for what you say. And I think that that's with anything. But, you know, like I was in Alabama. I had this joke about, or I had a joke about how Donald Trump was feeding them kids hamburgers in the White House, right? But I didn't realize that the team that was there was Clemson, and they had beat Alabama to go to the White House. Very small part of the joke was what school was there. But I'm doing the show, and they're like, boo, nah, roll Tide. And I'm like, what are y'all talking about? And they're like, roll Tide. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, whatever. Shit, y'all didn't roll last week, or else y'all would have been in a joke. These motherfuckers started throwing food at me.
What?
Wow.
Bro.
At Stardome.
That's the consequence.
At Stardome in Hoover. And when I complained about it, you know, Bruce was like, yo, you know, they was on it. They was gonna look up the receipts and see who had the barbecue sauce, because they know who had what nigga they go with it.
Internal
So shout out to Bruce and the staff up there. But people was like, oh, bro, you shouldn't have said that. Oh, you said that? I'm like, what the fuck you mean? I'm a human who can, but I understand that it's like some shit touch people a different way. We as comedians ain't no glass right there, ain't no bulletproof nothing. This is like, you know,
and everything you just said makes me feel like it's like they're trying to be offended. You could just listen for a second, listen for the joke, and then insert the. I mean, like, let me finish. Let me finish before you judge. Don't judge me on the setup. Judge me on the fucking punchline.
Exactly.
Well, like I said, someone is always going to be offended. That's why you have to be committed to your point of view and what you have to say. Someone's always going to find something to be offended about.
There's 7 trillion people in the world. Your tribe will find you. Can't be concerned about people, anybody.
Like CP said earlier, whatever bit he does, he feels like he can justify it at the end. And that goes back to what I was saying about what's the intent and the purpose of you saying whatever's coming your mouth out of your mouth in the first place.
But to Chris's point, though, some stuff
out of your mouth, you don't have a point.
Some stuff is just not funny at all. And I agree with Krys, and I want to make sure that you understand that I agree with you 100%. Some stuff is just not funny at all. But here's the thing, though. There are people who think that there's more stuff. There are people who are sensitive about everything and think that way about everything. Yeah. It's people who fly down the oil spills and scrub ducks. Those are people, you know what I'm saying? Like, they think, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say shit about puppies.
But like, and those people, like, they're addicted to conflict
too.
and chaos. They need it. They need it. That's who they are.
So it's like, Krys, for those kind of people, it's almost like there's a line that we have to toe. It's a fanatic for every joke that we have. That'll be like, oh, I don't think it's funny to talk about white people in Bud Light. That's bullshit. I don't like that at all. I'll kill you for that. And it's like, man, I'm just using that as an example, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, a lot of black comedy is comparing black shit to other shit, explaining how we really are all the same. I feel like,
but that's where we disagree. I'm a comedian that happens to be black. I'm not a black comic.
I'm not saying it like that, though, Krys.
I'm a black comic.
I am too. I just released my special.
I'm a nigga comic.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, like, I don't think you've ever seen me perform, or have you seen me perform, Krys? Like,
I've seen you perform.
Yeah. I'm very omnipresent. I don't rely on that. But what I'm explaining to you is that
I'm definitely a black comedian.
Yeah, but I do all kind of rooms, though. And I think that our experience that we talk about is eye-opening to a lot of the country. If you're a comedian lucky enough to touch parts of the country that would not see somebody like you, everything you say becomes like a reflection of your experience that they can relate to. And it's crazy to hear somebody that they never thought.
That's when it's time to be a megaphone. That's your moment to be a megaphone in that. Like, when you can't just always talk to people that look and sound like you and agree with you. If you can't do the other side too, you're not making a mark like we say we're trying to.
All right, give me 1 second. I want to get Ruben's response, and then we're gonna go into the closing.
Well, like CP said, two points. There are some things when he makes the statement, there are some things that just aren't funny. You have to end that with just aren't funny to me.
Right.
Because you know what I mean? I feel the same way as you. And how Tone just said, when you look at the whole landscape of comedy, when someone is expressing a point of view, and we talk about Black comic, as Rodney said, I'm a Black comic, and she says I'm a comic that happens to be Black. I think the problem sometimes with the redundancy of Black comedy is if you're not adding anything new to the story. Like a lot of Black people do this, white people do that. It's all the same joke over and over and over again. If you have a very personal, unique experience to show what your experience is and how it's different from any other culture or race, that's something different. But a lot of it has been tracks that have already been, roads that have already been gone down. And it's just over and over again. Like white people drink water like this.
Some people say there's no new jokes, Ruben. Some people say there's no new jokes.
But there are new experiences though. But experiences are always new for you. Like that's the difference.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up because it's already 9 o'clock. Dominique, wait
Tahir. Wait till Cindy finishes this next load.
He'll be back when he'll close us out. Dominique, what you got going on? What you got coming up? What can people look out for?
Shop New Heritage. Follow me on IG at St. Angela's. Vote and do not vote for Kanye when he files his paperwork. Should he file his paperwork? And yeah, it's all Black Lives Matter, our trans, LGBT, everybody, questioning Q&A, not the P. Yeah, y'all be blessed.
All right, CP, what you got coming up? What you want people to look out for?
Man, I have a new special on my Patreon. It's called CP Live in Madison. It's from my tour stop from last year. It's just a set that I did in Madison. It was no Black faces in the audience. It was one of those shows where it's like, huh?
You're at Comedy at State Street. Was that where you at?
Yeah. Yep. Comedy on State. And,
in Madison?
Very, very, very smart comedy town. Ooh, like you would be surprised.
Number one.
Yeah. They're like there, and so there you have to really, really bring it. And so what I did was I brought a lot of just some cerebral shit for them. And
Madison, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. We had a great time. A lot of professors, a lot of astute students, grad students,
a lot of tech people too. A lot of tech people.
Bruh, you have to be on your shit. So my special is on my Patreon. It's $20. It's called CP Live in Madison, and I just want y'all to check it out. Other than that, follow me on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, everything. Comedian CP, all one word. Love y'all.
Rodney Perry, you want to go next?
Sure. I'm at Rodney Perry Live on IG and all of social media. Got a movie coming down the pipe this Christmas around.
Tell them what it is, Rod. Tell them what it is, Rod.
Coming to America. I got with the great Eddie Murphy on Coming to America 2. Super excited about that hitting the streets. And I got a project I'm producing. I call Prank Answers. It's a series of prank phone calls that's gonna hit the streets in the next couple of weeks. So just look out for that.
Dope.
All right. Sidney Castillo, you want to go next?
Yeah, man. I got a comedy album out on all platforms called Texas Don, man. Go get it on iTunes. You can get it on Spotify. You can get it on all the streaming platforms, man. So I appreciate that. Also, man, I got me and my friend Zainab Johnson, comedian Zainab Johnson. We have a podcast called Just Friends. We do live, one specific on Wednesdays. And it streams on my Twitch, which is Sydney is Funny, my Instagram. You can find a link, and on my Facebook fan page, which is Sydney is Funny, and on the YouTube as well. So, yeah, and I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the dialogue and the conversation, man. This was dope.
Okay. Ruben, Tone, then Krys.
This nigga he about to light an incense.
I got an album out also called Laughter Knows No Color. It's like a compilation of all my oldies but goodies that's out now on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you can get that. and also have a podcast called The Best of Everything. I host it. Rodney Perry has been on it with Johnny Sanchez, and also have a show that looks like it's going to be coming to y'all soon, a game show that I developed that
good shit, boy.
We got a lot of interest in, man. So excited about that.
Okay. Tone Bell.
Tone Bell. First of all, Tahir, thank you. This is always dope. Love everybody here. This is always fun. And I'll be hitting up if you're in LA, whoever's in LA. Rupert, you probably know about it. Sid, I haven't talked to you about it, but I will after this. And then Tahir, we talked about it last week. But I got a stage. I'm working with some people doing a stage, so it'll be something different. So I'll let everybody know about that CP, of course. Rod, where you at right now, Rodney?
I'm in Atlanta, but I fly from time to time.
Okay, so if you come out, let me know, and then we'll hook it up.
Shout out to our Cash App people too. My bad. Go ahead, Tone. But Cash
definitely shout out to the Cash App people.
To the Cash App people.
I definitely appreciate everybody. I'm sure we all do. At the end of the month, American Soul, I play Richard Pryor coming up.
Legend.
So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm excited this week. I just finished my last little piece to the Billie Holiday biopic that I did. That's Lee Daniels directed. The Andre Day starring in. It's coming out, I think, in a few months. I mean, we haven't heard exactly a date, but Paramount bought it this past week, so it should.
Billie Holiday.
I'm playing. Yeah.
Not play no damn Billie Holiday.
All right. Well, Krys, you want to close us out?
God, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. I'm so sorry. I was doing a Fuckboy Friday every single Friday where I would talk about all the different fuckboys that I've dated. I will be doing those again soon, just with all the Black Lives Matter. Just did not find anything funny the last couple of weeks. But that will be coming back once COVID decides to go the fuck away. That's actually going to be a city to city, state to state show that I'm going to do, all female lineups. We're going to have female vendors coming out. They're going to be able to sell and promote their products and just have a good time laughing about the different fuckboys that fucked us over. What else? And I'm working on a memoir. It's called, well, not about me per se, but it's called Sapphire Woman, talking about different experiences that Black women have had. And I would definitely, for anyone who does not know what that term means, look it up. Definitely look it up. Learn you something.
I want to thank Shanerica, BT, LeBaron, Sherry, Jensen, Larry, Andre, Amani, Lindetz, Simone, Grace B, James, J-Mo, Janine, Joseph, Victoria. Thank you guys so much for the donations. It's been another episode of Zooming with the Homies. Tomorrow is a very, very, very special episode, very close to my heart. I'm really excited about it. Probably the most excited I've been for any episode thus far, just because I'm able to use my platform to help striving and aspiring entrepreneurs. We got all Black entrepreneurs, all
Is
Black.
Popcorn World gonna be on there?
Huh?
Is Popcorn World gonna be on there?
Popcorn, yeah.
Bro, shout out to Popcorn World. I love them. Best popcorn in the world. Best popcorn in the world.
Here, I told you. Let me tell you something.
Oh my God, best popcorn in the world.
Popcorn World. Bruh. I've had 20 bags of this popcorn and not the same one twice, and that shit blowing my mind every bag I open. It's unbelievable.
So
where's he out? Where's he out of?
He's out of Chicago and I think
it's Indiana too, right? It's Indiana too?
Indianapolis. Yeah, I think.
Bruh, I do not bullshit about products. This is
crazy.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Here, can I say something real quick?
It is Chicago popcorn, and it's better than Garrett's.
And let me just say this let me say this real quick. Last time I was on here, I told a bunch of y'all that if you have a Black business, DM me on Instagram and I will buy something from your business. And I've already had, I got a corner full of shit. I bought like 10 or 12 things. I ain't buying the most of shit on your website. I will buy something though. And look, if I haven't gotten to you yet, I will. But Tahir told me, all right, nigga, you're going to say that and you're going to get flooded. And I did, but I've been buying shit to support. So keep doing it. I'll get to it. But let me show, wait. I'm gonna show you this shit I just got.
You got money. We get it. You got
okay, well, why you showing them? I want to say.
Hey, Tone. No, don't let these niggas money shame you.
Hey. You know what?
Business. This shirt is Black owned business. This earbuds Black owned business.
Okay,
you know what?
Y'all done talked all night. Hold on. Let me say thank you. Amber, Jameson, Larry, Cameron, Simone, Dion, BT, LeBaron, Javante, Imani, Elijah, James, and LaShawn. Thank you. Shout out to my tender lovers.
Yeah, just Vicky.
Thank y'all, everybody. Thank y'all.
Amber, Shari,
Oh, the cash app. Thank you very much.
Amari, Elisa, Latia, Paul, somebody named Go Away, Erica, Imani, Andre, Larry, Tedley, Nikia, Calvin, Kenesha, Simone, Isaac, Stephanie, James, Joe, Tiffany, everybody. Appreciate y'all.
It was roasting.
So I'm gonna post the video one more time tomorrow for the show, but we got clothing designers on there. We got a shoe designer. We have a sexual health relationship expert. We have actually a couple clothing designers on there. We have a skincare designer. We have Popcorn World, and we have Hello Black Man, which is a diary for Black men to be able to help them communicate better, express themselves better. They also have a diary for women, teenagers, and kids of all ages. It's going to be a dope, amazing show, man. If you didn't tune into anything else, I encourage you guys to tune in tomorrow from 7 o'clock to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it's going to be an amazing show. So thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. We will see you tomorrow. All of my guests, thank you guys for pulling up, man. I definitely appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe tonight. Y'all be safe out there and love on each other.
Thank you,
Tahir.